compromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Hey Pirate fans, this is head coach Mike Houston. The physicians at Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center have been taking care of our athletes here at East Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or if it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care, physical therapy, and diagnostic testing. For experienced and professional services, call the folks who have been taking care of me and many of our fans in Pirate Nation or visit them online at orthopedicseast.com. Go Pirates!
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
BMS Builders is your premier custom builder in Eastern North Carolina. With homes in Blackwood, Mills Creek, Dalton's Cove in Farmville, and Belmar and Ayden, they're constantly expanding. Now to Laurel Glen and Sarah's Way, plus the new duplex community at Abigail Trails. BMS Builders can build the home of your dreams. Just ask Dr. Dennis Ross in Greenville or ECU football coach Mike Houston. They built their homes, and they can build yours as well. Call 916-1578 for BMS Builders.
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-style restaurant and bourbon bar. Join us at the Rick House for mouth-watering steaks and made-from-scratch pastas. Check out the 16-ounce cowboy steak or the seafood delight pasta. Join us for our legendary brunch on Sundays from 10 to 2. The Rick House can feed your larger crowds with off-site catering and room for 125 in our adjacent banquet hall. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville.
Pirate fans, time to get back in black this week as the Pirates host American rival UCF Saturday night at 7:30. It's our Painted Black game. Tickets are still available for as low as $50 in the lower bowl or $35 in the upper level. Break out your best Pirate gear in black for East Carolina and UCF. It's the Pirates and the Knights, Saturday night at 7:30 at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
There's local politics, bud.
I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand. I want to shake his hand.
Was that supposed to be funny?
Get these clowns out of here.
Why would they do that?
You were having a freaking game.
Dude. It's a cocky bunch, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome into a Victory Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you today on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. You can find us online, pr927fm.com. And watch the show on Facebook Live and YouTube. Make sure you check us out there. We'll talk about what you'd like to discuss here on this Monday. Give us a like, a subscribe, and be a part of the show. Shirley Rhodes here, Chan Man, Troy D. Coming up on today's program in just a couple of minutes, Holton Ahlers, Pirate starter, joins us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Ryan Jones, East Carolina tight end, coming up later on this hour. Rajay Harris, just a few days removed from surgery, will join us, talk to us right before the surgery last week. We'll find out how that went. How about the Pirates scoring 47 for number 47 the other night? We'll talk about that with Rajay Harris, Xavier Smith, Miles Berry. A couple of Pirate linebackers join us later on in the show, as will Jeremy Lewis, who had a big game the other night. And Isaiah Winstead found the end zone once again. We'll talk to him in hour number 3. Brian Bailey joins us as well on today's show. We will kick it off here in the Pirate Radio studios. Troy D., how you doing, sir?
Doing good, Clip. How are you? Happy Monday.
A very happy Monday.
We are glad to be here. Nice little bounce back for the Pirates, boy, in dramatic fashion. And I think it's just what this program needed. I mentioned online, it kind of reminded me of the Marshall game last year. ECU went down kind of big, looked grim and bleak at one point, but then the Pirates came back and rallied from behind. And if you think back to last year, really sparked the season. If shut that door, CJ, behind us, folks. No, I mean, you can come in. Just shut it behind you, please. And that's kind of how I feel that this game could be for ECU. I feel this is the type of game, and a down 17-0, coming from behind, having to grind it out, not just in one overtime, but 4. That's the type of spark sometimes that it's a little gut check time that could light this team on fire, and we got a guy that can probably answer that question as far as how the team will respond.
Do you agree with everything Troy just said?
I do.
All right, good.
I agree. Yeah.
And I do think that that's something that, you find out a lot about a team sometimes after a loss, Holton. As you know, it's easy to win, but what is the team made of after a loss? And I think we saw the resiliency of this team Saturday, being able to respond like that.
Yeah. I said after the Tulane game that we're going to figure out who we are in the locker room. And, I knew we had fighters. I knew we had guys that cared about the program. And, it showed, this past Saturday.
Holding down 17-0. Again, you've been there before, down 17. Troy just talked about the Marshall game last year. So how do you not? And I was in the stands. I heard some boos. You might not focus on them, but you hear them as well, I'm sure. So that is a rally the troops time. And, man, just a huge end to that first half. You guys were able to get a score. Malik Fleming sparks another one. How big was that end of the first half to come out with a win later in the night?
Yeah, it was massive. You kind of go in the half with momentum, especially after the way the first quarter really ended. Kind of like you said, the same fans that were booing were the same ones cheering at the end of the game. So it kind of shows you how that goes. But, yeah, I mean, we just stick to, who we are, and we said that on the sidelines. We knew that our backs were against the wall and we were going to have to go play good.
And I think some of that's just human nature. I hate to say it. And one, I'm never a fan of people, let me just say, booing college kids.
Yeah.
And even though you guys are scholarship athletes, it's still – I think now NFL guys are getting paid millions of dollars. That's their job.
Yep.
I have a different attitude towards that. I think if people want to boo the Chicago Bears, I'm all for it.
I will say I think some of the boos, maybe the majority of the boos, are for the coaches.
I agree. I agree, but it's hard to delineate at a game.
If you boo from now on, can you say who you're booing at?
I do agree with you, Clip. I do think some of that gets to the coaches that are the paid employees of the football team. But let me just say this. I'm never a fan of even doing that at the college level. I think you want to boo coaches on the NFL level. That's well and good. But with that being said, a lot of times, and I've seen this before, people that can be critical online and snarky with their comments are the same people after a win want to go get their picture with the guys and want to be buddies with everybody. So, as I said, I just think that's part of human nature. And I don't think our fan base is probably any different than any other fan base. I just think that's just how it is, and you're probably used to it by now, I guess.
Yeah, I'm totally used to it. I mean, I said this a long time ago, it's fake love and real hate, and that's just, that's with sports in general. I mean, anytime, especially at the quarterback position, anytime you do good, you're going to be the most loved person out there. Anytime you do bad and the team loses, you're going to be the most hated person out there. So that's just kind of what comes with it, and, I learned that a long time ago, is just keep a tight circle and, know who you are, and that's what I've done.
All right, 7 games in, Pirates 4-3. Got a big one coming up this weekend against UCF. We all saw, we've talked about it before. You get banged up during the season. This season's no different.
Yeah.
We see you kind of get repaired sometimes by teammates, and you've talked about your shoulder kind of going in and out. Now it's almost like someone, if you got I got a double jointed thumb, just kind of popping. It's no big deal. But how are you doing? Because I know, look, it takes a toll after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, how are things going physically for you right now?
Honestly, I'm to the point in the season where really your whole body hurts until like Friday, Saturday type type thing. You're in the training room as much as you can, but a lot of it is you're at the same point in the season when your body hurts is you do get in routine to knowing how your body's going to feel. That's kind of where I'm at. I know what body parts are going to hurt. Now, are there new things that pop up? Yeah, there is, but I know what's going to hurt and what I need to focus on to get ready for Saturday. And I mean that's just really what I got to do.
You've had overtimes of 4 you've participated in. You've been successful in. I don't think you've ever had a 4 overtime game before.
Yeah.
Take us through that. What was going through your mind? There's some quirky new overtime rules now that are in play that a lot of folks probably didn't know about until this game. But what's take us through your progressions and your thoughts and feelings when at each overtime and what you guys were going through.
Yeah, I'm sure fans have mixed feelings about the 2-point conversion thing where it's just going back and forth. But I'm sure if we were on the losing side, we'd say differently. But, I like the rule because when you're in 4 overtimes, I mean, if we would have had to go up there and continue drives and, 4 different times on that, I mean, we would have been exhausted. And our guys already were exhausted. I mean, after that game, we pretty much played a game and a half almost, it seemed like. I mean, I left the place at 12:30 at night. And, I mean, you're exhausted. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, mindset wise, you just got to go. Once we scored, when there was a minute left in the game, I got on the phone with Coach K, and he was like, "Look, they got a minute and 2 timeouts. Like it's not unheard of that we do go to overtime here. So just prepare yourself." So I got the offense together and said, "Look, guys, hopefully our defense can hold them, but get your mind right to play more football." And that's end up what happened.
Momentum is a funny thing in football because it has 2 halves, and you see it all the time. Teams look like totally different teams. First half versus second half, good or bad. And when the Pirates were down 17-0, I mean, there probably weren't many people thinking, "Oh boy, this thing could get out of hand. This could get ugly." But those couple scores before halftime really changed the momentum. I heard Coach Houston talk about that too. Really kind of changed that whole outlook of that game and the momentum going into halftime. Discuss how big that was. I guess changed the whole outlook of that game.
It was huge. Going into halftime. I mean, if we go in that halftime 17-0 there, obviously, I mean, we would have had a chance to come back, but that locker room would have been quiet. I mean, the leaders would have had to really step up and been really good leaders there, and which we would have done if that was the situation. But, I think we kind of got a grip of it before halftime. We got a grip of it on the sideline and said, we got to turn this thing around and make a run at it and put pressure on them. They put pressure on us really early. They came out. I mean, they played good football. It wasn't like, we weren't playing the best football, but we also weren't playing terrible football. We weren't turning the ball over. We weren't doing any of that. They were playing better than us for the first quarter and came out hot. And I mean, we know we have a good football team, and we just had to go out there and just play better.
Holden, we saw you play a little DB in high school, get out on both sides of the field. How about Malik Fleming and Julius Wood the other night, kind of reliving their high school days playing offense? I think Malik's return gets overshadowed, obviously, because of what Wood did, but that was huge to set you guys up. And then Julius Wood looked like the best playmaker on the field, maybe minus Keaton Mitchell, but that return, that I did actually see on the sideline afterwards. They showed you on the big screen, but man, that had to fire everybody up.
Yeah, it was awesome. I mean, to tie the game there, I mean, that was huge. And Julius, he was cutting back. His ball security wasn't the best, but but he held on to it and got into the box. So yeah, that was a huge turning point in the game.
Awesome play by him, and that defense turning defense into offense with those scores. Man, and Troy talked about the 4 overtimes, longest game in ECU football history. And you got to have
just curious, how long was the game, Clip? Do we have a elapsed time on it?
I don't know about hour-wise. I'm speaking to time-wise as far as 4 overtimes. I don't know. I know I was here until after 2 o'clock, so I'll count that.
Really?
AM.
I was going to say that, too, Holden. I didn't play in the game, but, man, I was sore on Sunday just from sitting so much. And I do want to ask you guys, like, how tough is it to get up for that Sunday practice? You got Sunday practice regardless of how long the game goes. So
I would have pushed that back if I was
we had Sunday practice, Sunday conditioning.
What time does that start for you guys?
So PT starts at 12, and then practice, I think, our first lift is at 1:30, so technically 1:30. So, I mean, we got to sleep in a little bit. I think I slept in like 9 o'clock, but, yeah, I mean,
I'm with Clip, though. I didn't even play, and I ended up, I felt tired Sunday, and I laid down for, at noon. Next thing I knew, it was, 3:30.
Yeah.
I took a 3.5-hour nap. I was, exhausted, and we didn't even play.
Yeah,
so I can only imagine what you guys are dealing with.
I usually go and watch Sunday Night Football at my brother's house. I went over there, and I stood up to go get his wife cooked soup for me and my girlfriend, and I got up to do it and get, seconds of it, and I stood up and was kind of, walking. He was like, "Gosh, you look sore," and blah, blah, blah. And then he got up, and he was like, "Well, dang, I feel like I just played a game too, actually, now that you say that." So,
get used to it. 3 more late games coming up for you guys.
Do you like these night games?
Holden's an old man now. Of course not. He was the early days.
Yeah. When I was younger, honestly, when I was younger, I lived for it. And obviously, once you get out there, it's awesome. Playing under the lights in Dowdy Ficklin, there's nothing like it. But at the same time, playing a 12 o'clock game and having 3 hours in the afternoon to just relax. Because, even Mondays are our off days, but we got to watch film and get ready for game prep and all that. So we don't have time to just relax and not look at anything.
Yeah, Mondays are more you don't practice.
Yeah,
you still are doing stuff.
Yeah.
You can't no show.
Yeah,
especially a guy like you. It's a 7-day-a-week job for you.
I'll probably be there. At least 5-6 hours a day. As soon as I leave here, I'm heading right over there.
Yeah.
So.
Let's talk about this weekend coming up. Huge challenge against UCF. I don't know how much we're going to see these guys again going forward. This could be our last good opportunity to play UCF as they're moving to a different conference. So what are your views and expectations going into this weekend as far as what you're going to see from them?
Yeah, they're a good football team. Obviously they put up a lot of points last week against a Temple team that's really trying to rebuild and figure out kind of who they are. But they're a good football team. They play a lot of man on the defensive side of the ball. They're big. They got a lot of transfers. Obviously, well coached with Gus Malzahn as their head coach. So, they're going to be talented. It's going to be a tough task for us. We're going to have to come out there and play our A game and, can't get off to a slow start.
All right, a couple of Facebook questions. Someone's asking, wants to know if it's difficult to battle your nerves and maintain composure through numerous overtimes like that.
Yeah, I get more nervous when the defense is on the field than I do when I'm out there. Cheering for them is probably just like normal fan.
Yeah.
Cheering for them. But when I'm on offense, I don't really get nervous like that. Some of these plays we've repped, over 100 times or so. So it's just going out there. If I got time to be nervous, my mind's not in the right spot.
Were you nervous when he threw it out to Keaton, and he's got a long ways to go and a man in front of him, and he just goes right by him? He does it.
That was my fifth read on that play, and I kind of had to throw the ball to him. There wasn't no one else behind him to throw it to. So, he's a good one to put the ball in hands. And, we ran that play during camp, and almost the exact same thing happened with the same, honestly, the same result. Like, if you put the film right next to each other, same exact thing happened. So
I think they actually might have put that one out because he broke a Pirate's ankles and got into the end zone.
Yeah,
and the same thing happened in the game.
Same play, same
practice it. It'll happen on the field.
Yeah, true.
Play like you practice. All right, Adam wants to know: do the hits hurt more when you were a freshman versus how they feel now?
I think as my freshman year, you don't know what you don't know when you go out there and think it's high school and you get popped a couple of times. So those first couple hurt pretty good because you just got to get used to it. Now that I'm used to it, they don't hurt worse, but the days after definitely do.
The recovery's a little bit longer.
It is.
Yeah,
for sure. Now I'm older.
How about the connection? It's every week now with Isaiah Winstead. He has become the number one target, and of course you still got C.J. Ryan Jones, a lot of weapons, but Isaiah constantly at the top of the box score with catches, yards. You found him in the end zone, and what a weapon he's become for you guys this year.
He's huge. I said in the summer when I was doing interviews with you guys that he was a big time player, a big time person, and he's lived up to every bit of that.
All right, I was, you're always even keel, and honestly, for folks that don't know, whether we win big, lose big, whatever the case may be, you have a pretty even keel demeanor about you on the field, off the field. We've known you a long time. Coach Houston, I watched him in the post game. That is the most fired up I've seen him, and he gets fired up at least with a media press conference afterwards. Last week, I guess it just kind of took a toll. There were a lot of critics out there last week, but I guess it was a great way for kind of him to vent and let off some steam. But boy, he was fired up after the game. I can only imagine what he was like in the locker room.
Yeah, he was. That's how he is. Obviously, like you said, anytime you lose a game in college football, there's going to be people that have their say so in some things. But only at the end of it, the people's opinion that matter are the ones that are in that building, that are in your circle. And obviously, he was pretty pumped up. I thought it was hilarious. I'm sure the media got a little scared when he did that.
Do we have that audio?
Audio.
Yeah, let's play that for folks that might have missed this. This was right after the game in the media press conference.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
But then he went on after that. Do you have more of it, Shirley, or just that part? That's all we have. And then he said, I'm gonna answer your freaking questions, but how about that freaking comeback? And it was freaking awesome, and you guys aren't freaking excited enough.
He was jacked up.
It was freaking great.
Yeah, we. I woke up the next morning. My girlfriend was like, please look at this," and we were cracking up.
I had a friend that said they were going to play. Shirley, play it one more time. They're going to make this their ringtone.
How about those friggin' Pirates?
Every time your phone rings, it's going to have that. That'd be awesome. I loved it. I thought it was great. I love the passion with Coach Houston.
Yeah, he's fiery for sure. So wouldn't want anyone else leading the ship.
All right, we need. He's got some commitments clips, so we got to get ready to wrap up in just a little bit. I told we get Holton out of here a little quicker than normal today because you've got some PT and stuff to get to. Anything else I didn't want to cut you short.
Put some duct tape on the shoulder, and let's play another one Saturday.
Then put some back on it on Monday.
But we'd take a break if you won't. We'll let him.
All right,
get out
get a break in, and we got Ryan Jones coming
Perfect timing.
Joining us next segment. Thanks, Holt. Appreciate it, man.
Guys.
Holt Naylor's joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios, Delcor Players Lounge on a Monday. Call Delcor today, 321-8868. Visit DelcorInc.com. The service professionals will have you ready to go with your heating, cooling, and plumbing. Ryan Jones, East Carolina tight end, another decleating block on Saturday night. We'll talk about that and more when the tight end joins us after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. University Sportswear ENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, University Sportswear ENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit University Sportswear ENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. University Sportswear ENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Greenville is making it easy for you to buy a new truck or Jeep in October. The inventory is back and so are the incentives. It's Ram Power Days at East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep and you'll save up to $2,500 plus get 1.9% financing for 60 months on a new Ram truck. East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep needs to make way for the 2023 model, so October is a great month for you to upgrade into a new Ram or Jeep. Save $2,000 or get 2.9% financing for 60 months on a new Jeep Compass. Save up to $2,500 on the 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. And you'll need to check out the new 2023 models like the new Jeep Wrangler. Lease the new 2023 Jeep Wrangler Sport for only $399 a month.
East Carolina Chrysler Dodge Jeep, across from the Crackville in Greenville. Come see us.
Wrangler lease is 39 months, 10,000 miles per year with $29.99 due at signing. Offers do not include tax, tags, and the $7.99 admin fee. Customers must qualify for all applicable rebates. See dealer for details.
This is Mark Washington with Max Sports Performance at Max Fitness. Our facility has reopened and is following all safety protocols. The best thing you can do to strengthen your immune system is, of course, to work out and exercise on a regular basis. I can assist you as your performance coach. You can also enjoy the benefits of a private facility. Avoid the crowds and work out at Max Fitness. Now is the time to get healthy. Max Fitness, just off Highway 43 in the old Ace Hardware building behind Speedway in Greenville. Call me, Mark Washington, 902-4877.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Amanda Houston, and when it came time to make the game-winning play for relaxation at our house, I made the right call to Jamie Lang and Carolina Hardscapes. Jamie and his team built the backyard oasis of our dreams with a beautiful custom paver patio, outdoor lighting, and fireplace. Make your backyard incredible and call Carolina Hardscapes today at 364-1201 or visit their showroom on Fire Tower Road across from Bostic Suck. Go Pirates!
This is Rajay Harris, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006 and are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, Victory Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. It's the Delcor Players Lounge. Got a lot of Pirates we're going to talk to here coming up on the show today.
Got a freaking awesome show, Clip.
Make sure you say freaking.
I said freaking.
Hit it, Shirley. What did Mike use?
Got a freaking awesome.
How about those freaking Pirates?
Yeah.
Your head coach was pretty fired up the other night.
Dropped a freaking bomb.
Ryan Jones joining us now. Got Rajay Harris in a little bit, Xavier Smith, Miles Berry, Jeremy Lewis, Isaiah Winstead coming off the 4-overtime victory over the Memphis Tigers. And Ryan, another week and another instance of you killing a man, metaphorically, not literally, on the football field. Let's break down the film of your decleating block this week. So Keaton Mitchell on the run. You are just waiting for this guy. You got him lined up, ready to go. He is not looking at you. And then, bam, knocked him on his tail. Keaton Mitchell scoots inside the 10. So,
is that your favorite when they don't see it? You know, it's legal. You see them, they see you. There's nothing illegal about it. But they don't see you coming. Do you just kind of have a little extra juice on that one?
Yeah, those definitely are the best blocks to have. You know, you definitely can catch somebody slipping. So.
And you were lining him up like 6 yards down the field.
How far off his feet did he come, Clip?
He kind of went head over heels there, heels over head. And Ryan, with impact like that, you didn't do anything wrong, but you're almost worried nowadays in football there's going to be a flag. Like, are you thinking that at all, kind of looking around? Like,
I mean, kind of seeing the film from yesterday, I thought about it just because now with the way the game's played, it's kind of – you can't be too aggressive.
Yeah,
they call things targets.
At least with a quarterback, definitely. Yeah. You know, if you, even if it's clean, sometimes I've seen a lot of penalties on the quarterback, and it's just a clean tackle.
Yeah.
Is that one where you they rewind in the film room and you get some oohs and ahs and stuff? Did you get?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. When it happened during the game, I heard the whole crowd kind of crazy. So.
Yeah.
No, that's a great feeling.
Ryan Jones,
helmet sticker play, as they used to say, Clip.
Yeah, no doubt, as he earned one for that one. Ryan, I tend to jinx things on social media. I tweeted out last week against Tulane, Ryan Jones, 5 straight games with a touchdown, and that was then the penalty came out and it was taken back, and you hadn't gotten the end zone since.
Yeah, it's on Clip.
That's a little bit on me, but
it's all good. We're gonna be back.
4 catches, 54 yards the other night.
We call that clipping.
Yeah, that's on me. 15-yard penalty.
Thank you.
But Whole Nailers once again spreading it around. You caught 4 of them the other night. How about the offense? How'd you feel the other night?
I mean, just the way we had the run game and pass game set up. I mean, we started kind of slow on the run game, but like once we hit second half coming out, I feel like we were super explosive.
Ryan, talk about just the difference in attitude with this team. I mean, it's just one win, but man, it just feels like the whole. Like there was just a lot of negativity last week, just around, inside, outside, around Greenville. But man, it just seems like, even though you had to do whatever you had to do to win, but it just seems like it just completely changed the atmosphere all around.
Yeah, I mean, the whole week we kind of just understood. I mean, we were all kind of down about how we performed last weekend against Tulane. So I mean, the whole week we were just focused on really just finishing the game and just playing how we play as a team. So, I mean, that was just our main focus, is just getting back on track to winning.
Is there a little extra pep when you went to practice Sunday, kind of getting ready for the week now? You guys a little more fired up because you're going to have a tough test against UCF.
Yeah, I mean, we understand the stretch we have coming up. So, I mean, the guys are just real prepared and just eager to just continue to get improving and just play how we play.
We're always like, if we're watching a game on TV or in the stands, looking at the clock, looking at the score, looking at the time. You're kind of focused on next play. But what do you, when you look up and see 17-0, like you got to keep your head into it and everything. But what's that sense of urgency like when you're down that early, that big?
When you're down early, I mean, we still knew we had like a lot of game left to play. So I mean, we just understood just playing one play at a time and just staying focused and locked in on the play you're in. I mean, ultimately, that's going to result to a good result. So, I mean, just staying locked in on what we were doing is playing play after play.
And, Troy, you mentioned the word momentum earlier. Not a tangible thing, but certainly a real thing.
Yeah.
And when you scored late in the first half, and then that big interception by Fleming in return, like, what is that feeling like when it starts going your way like that?
Nah, that's great. I mean, there's a saying Coach K always says, momentum is always on our side. So, I mean, we just really believe in that and just understand that we're always in the game. You know?
I think
we just stay focused.
Two things you can't put your finger on with football, but really dictate everything a lot of times is momentum. It's creating that positive momentum, because it could work against you too. But having that positive momentum, especially we talked about going into halftime with those two scores, and team chemistry. Trust in your team. We've seen teams here before that don't have chemistry, and if you don't have chemistry, you ain't gonna win many games. Right. But when you've got team chemistry, you can accomplish a lot. And I think this team does have some excellent chemistry. And it's just one of those things, though, it's hard to define. Mm-hmm. I think that's what coaches are always trying to, if there's a magic potion for chemistry, you could be a billionaire. But it's one of those things, sometimes you have it, sometimes you don't. But I really do think this team has tremendous chemistry. And I think you saw some of that Saturday night.
Yeah, definitely. Just it's just how our locker room is. Just we truly see our locker room as a family. So, I mean, just the chemistry we have, that's just from on the field and off the field things. So, I mean, we all trust each other when we're on the field, and we just have full faith in the guys that we're playing with and playing beside. So, I mean, that helps us tremendously on the football field.
Team ran 80-plus plays. You're in for a lot of those, Ryan, plus 4 overtime. So, body feel any different yesterday when you woke up compared to normal games?
Yeah, I mean, playing a game that ended close to midnight was not ideal, but I mean, it definitely was a different feeling. I mean, just coming out and just playing with the guys, that was fun though.
Yeah, fun night for the fans. We had a huge night on the post-game show. We were here till 2 o'clock taking phone calls from people that were jacked up after that one. And I tell you what, a lot of people, Troy's not a big white helmet guy. But
of all the white helmets, I will say I like this one the best. Mm-hmm.
So you are a white helmet guy?
No, I'm not a white helmet guy.
Okay, that's what I
would have still preferred a purple, but I'm saying I did this one with the script was growing on me a little bit. I was just going to want to clarify.
Thank you for clarifying.
But still not in the white helmet category.
Which is what I said when we first began this discussion.
Fair, but not totally against the new one.
Whatever, man. You don't like the white helmets.
Yeah, I don't.
But overwhelming support for these uniforms. You guys look good out there.
Unis look good.
Will we get to see these again? I know it's not your decision, Ryan, but are we going to wear these again this year?
I hope so, but I mean, I think that's just a homecoming thing. So
okay,
yeah. I mean, I would have them with a different combo.
Yeah,
keep them in the rotation.
Yeah, at least the tops. I thought they looked cool.
The tops.
And I do love East Carolina back in the end zones. I think that should stay all the time. I don't know why that ever got changed. I think it fits the end zone. It looks better. It says who we are. I've never really thought Pirates in the end zone. It just didn't fill the end zone look as good. And I think East Carolina, it just looks great, Clip.
This is what old people talk about, Ryan. This is what we care about. You worry about what's on the field like during the game.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about East Carolina in the end zone.
I know, and they had the smaller font earlier in the year.
Yeah,
is there a paint shortage? What are we doing?
One year a couple times. This is back a couple chancellors ago. When they went with that big, we were only going to be known as ECU push.
ECU, yeah.
And they put ECU in the end zone. I thought that didn't look right. But ECU on the helmet's fantastic. On the jersey, sure, East Carolina, but. I do think East Carolina, for folks that are listening, that in the athletic department, I would just like to say I've talked to tons of alums that all agree that they thought the paint scheme with ECU in the end zone looked great.
Yeah, no doubt. And great
East
look.
Carolina.
And now we are going to paint it black. Coming up Saturday.
Which I do like.
I'm assuming some black unis, black helmets, all black. All right.
All black. Do you like the all black unis?
The all black's probably my favorite combination we have.
Yeah. I like it.
It's going to look good. Pop under the lights coming up against a very good team, Ryan. You look around the American and what's going on right now. UCF is hot and coming in here and going to be a good opponent. What have you seen on film from those guys?
They just have a lot of guys coming back. I mean, they have a good defense and offense that can score. So, I mean, it's going to be another challenge for us this week. So, I mean, we're preparing, just getting ready to play them this weekend.
And if I remember correctly, I'll look it up, more of a defensive game with them last year. It wasn't really a shootout, right?
Yeah.
It was, Nip, I was there, and it was one of those games. ECU probably should have won that game.
Yeah, 20-16.
We really let it slip away. We had a couple mishaps, in the red zone that really, ECU dominated that game.
Yeah.
Let me just say that. It was kind of one of those heartbreakers that it really should have been in the win column, but it unfortunately slipped away.
Got to get it back this year.
It's been a nice payback game for them.
Yeah,
As I said, last chance to really do that with them.
And then, Ryan, you've got a Friday game off week and then another Friday game. So, I don't know. You become such a creature of habit when you're in season. We'll talk more about it next week, obviously, but how does that change when you got a different day you're playing on?
Yeah, I mean, with the earlier games, you kind of have to just, with your preparation, it just has to be more focused for the week, just because you don't have that extra day with you playing earlier and everything. So, I mean, you just have to just stay sharp in your preparation and just stay locked in.
Good deal. Ryan Jones joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. Got to get to Rajay, so we'll let Ryan get back to work.
We're going to check in with him, see how he's doing physically. But, Ryan, good luck this weekend. We want to see some monster blocks out there.
Yes,
and I'm going to take the jinx off from Clip, and I say you score this weekend.
Yes, sir. I need it.
Back in the end zone. Yep. Ryan Jones. Sounds good. And nice putting up 47 for Rajay the other night.
Yeah.
That was I don't know if y'all planned that one, but a nice
Reminded me of like the Bad News Bears. Remember that kid that got hurt in the Bad News? We're doing it for, what was his name, Lucas or something? Or
Again, we're old, Ryan. That's a really, really old
Clip?
reference there.
The Looper. We did it for the Looper.
Did it for the Looper.
Yeah.
All right.
It was kind of like that type of moment where they went out and won for Rajay.
Rajay's the Looper. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll talk to Rajay, see how surgery went, and also his thoughts on the Pirates coming up with a big win in quadruple overtime the other night. A lot more to go. Pirate Radio Live. Back with you after this.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Love is never having to say you're sorry for your internet. Because with MetroNet, you get fast, reliable, 100% fiber speeds you'll love with unlimited data so you can stream, study, surf, and game on all your devices simultaneously. No lag times or buffering. MetroNet offers student deals. Get 100 megabit internet for just $39.95 a month. Switch to MetroNet today at metronet.com/switch. MetroNet. Love your internet.
It's bow time. So it's game time and you got a bunch of rabid fans.
Dad, we're hungry.
You head out to fire up burgers and dogs and go from grill master to MVP. Then you realize you're out of GAS. Yup, out of gas on game day. What do? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. It's bow time.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At US Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. US Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
We all love using Uber Eats, DoorDash, and grocery pickup. It makes life so much easier. Well, now there is cellular delivery, and the team at Cellular Warehouse has perfected the process. They will deliver your new phone right to your door with all your information loaded on the new phone. And the best thing is there is no charge for this awesome service. And you don't have to waste half the day sitting in a Cellular store. Call Toby Williams today at 252-799-7051 and let his team of experts make your cellular delivery today. Cellular Warehouse, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent, serving all of Eastern North Carolina.
Christie's Europub is the perfect place to relax, grab a bite, and enjoy a drink. Located in the heart of Greenville and just a few blocks from ECU's campus, Christie's offers lunch, dinner, and late night with live music every Sunday. Come and have brunch Monday through Friday from 11 to 3 or Saturday and Sunday from 11 to 4. Scratch cooking takes time, so relax and enjoy a pint at Christie's Europub today. For the latest information, check them out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or visit them online at christieseuropub.com.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Avoid the long check-in lines and congestion at the big airports and fly local at PGV. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American airline flights perfect for your next trip. Book today at aa.com. PGV, where the pirates fly.
While you're sleeping, our whole hogs are slow cooking over wood to create that bite that Eastern North Carolina is known for. I'm Sam Jones, and for more than 3 generations, my folks have been the torchbearers for what whole hog barbecue is supposed to be. At Sam Jones, you'll find plenty of smoke, but no mirrors. Everything, and I mean everything, is made fresh daily, including our sides, sweets, and sauces. Come on over and see us at Sam Jones Barbecue, and I bet you'll be able to taste our passion in just one bite. Sam Jones Barbecue, Fire Tower Road.
Hi, this is Brian Meador from East Carolina Athletics. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? We'll keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live. Troy dying to get in here. Troy D.
Well, I was just going to say, great message there, Shirley, as we came back from our friends at University Sportswear. We'd like to remind you we're approaching, and we are in it now. We're in hoodie weather. So if you want custom hoodies for your team or for your business or your organization, now's the time to get it, because last year there was a shortage on hoodies. And we all know supply chain issues. Right now, hoodies are in stock. So if you want to have some custom gear, maybe some really cool, shirts or comfort colors, whatever the case may be, gifts for your clients this year, consider some custom gear with our friends at University Sportswear.
Good stuff. Troy D here, Shirley Rhodes, the Chan Man. And we will continue on the Delcor Players Lounge, head out to the Pitt Electric Live line. The Pirates scored 47 for number 47 the other night. Rajay Harris joining us on the Pitt Electric Live line. Rajay, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing great. How y'all doing?
Good. Doing good. Raj, great to have you on with us. I know last week was a big week for you. You had your surgery. Give us an update, first of all, how it went. And we know you're in full recovery mode. It looks like from the outside looking in, everything went good. But give us a perspective how it went last week and how you're doing and how you're progressing.
Everything went well. I had a bid at the place at 6:15 Thursday morning. I got out of there about 11. Came home feeling good. Went to sleep, got some good rest. What got me was the next day, though. I kind of had forgot to take my pills that morning, like 4 a.m., because I really wasn't sure if I had to take them, because, like I said, it's my first surgery. I didn't really know a lot, but I kind of found out quick when I didn't take my pills. Second day was probably the worst day ever, but other than that, it's really been good. Kind of mad my 49ers lost last night, but then I felt better when the Cowboys lost too, so I just been good spirit. Love watching the guys play on Saturday. Like I said, good spirit, man.
That's awesome. A Cowboys loss really heals all wounds, Troy D. We just learned that with Rajay Harris.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those things, when you see NC State or North Carolina lose, it picks up your spirits a little bit.
Brings everybody together. Yeah. It's a great thing. Wow, Rajay, we really take for granted the modern medicine, these doctors, these surgeries. I mean, they are a huge deal, and they put you under. And you've been in some physical football games and done a lot of things in life, but Were you nervous at all heading into this thing? You always keep your head up, but was it scary at all for you?
Honestly, no. I usually, like, my palms will sweat or, like, my feet will get cold or something, but none of that happened. I think I was just ready to go and get the process started.
Talking to Rajay Harris, he is ECU running back. He's out for the season with injury. So this was, was this your first game out? Am I getting my timeline? Second game out. But this was, I don't know. I don't think, were you on the sideline, Raj, or you were recovering at home on this game?
I was recovering at home.
That's what I thought. So how was it for you? This is probably the first game you've had to watch ECU football as a spectator on TV. How difficult is that, trying to you're such a big part of this team and normally would be there on the sidelines with them. How tough was that having to watch it on TV?
It was hard, man. It was very hard. I tried to keep my emotions in the best I could. As soon as the game came on, like, I felt like I was going to just break down and cry, but, like, I just love to see them boys get after it out there. It just made me so happy just seeing, like, all the work them boys put in. It's finally, like, being displayed the right way. It looked like there was a lot of fans out there. The guys just had fun.
Was it nerve-wracking to you just watching it on TV and seeing the, first of all, Pirates go down big, but then the comeback and then in the 4 overtimes?
Without honesty, yes. I was like, oh, my God, what's going on? But something in me already knew that we wasn't going to back down from the fight. So, me and my dad was here talking when we was down 13-0. And I told him, I was like, we scored before half, we fine. We're perfect. And, we did what we did, came out second half, and we played ball.
Talking to Rajay Harris, Pit Electric Live Line. You used an old baseball reference earlier with Ron Jones, Bad News Bears. I'll use Major League, where manager Lou Brown is in the hospital bed yelling, watching the game on listening to it on the radio. But Rajay, how about, I didn't know this until you tweeted something about it. I didn't pick up on it. 47 points for number 47 the other night. Sometimes those things feel like they're just meant to be or something, but that's pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that was wild right there. I was actually coming down to my room because I didn't even watch overtime. So my connection went out to the TV, and I couldn't watch overtime, so I was scrolling on my news feed on Twitter. And I had finally got into bed and got comfortable, and I logged on Twitter, and it said 47. So my stepmom was like, you see that number? And I was like, yeah, I see it. And the game was still going. I think it was just before they tried to throw the ball to the tight end on the last play of the game. And all I heard was screams from upstairs. So they was happy. So I logged on. I seen it. And I was like, that was wild. Like, the last number, it's 47. It's just, I don't know. It's like, guys talking to me, just telling me that everything's going to be all right.
Awesome stuff. Rajay Harris joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. Your running mate Keaton Mitchell with a huge one the other night, 29 carries, 155 yards, and 3 touchdowns for Keaton Mitchell the other night. And how about, were you watching in overtime? You might have missed his play where he caught the ball in the flat and made that guy miss, Rajay. But, man, what a game for Keaton.
On YouTube the next day, actually. And matter of fact, Keaton was over here. We watched it together. Because I had told him what would happen to the TV or whatever, so we watched it all over again. And I seen the move. I seen all of it. It was just, the guys out there having fun.
Yeah, the guy from Memphis may have to have ankle surgery clip.
Yeah, that's tough for him. Pour one out for him. Yeah. But, man, great touchdown.
Keaton Mitchell breaking people's ankles out there.
Xavier Smith joining us here in the studio as well. Xavier, good to see you, man.
Good to see you guys. What's up?
Congratulations on the victory. We'll talk to you about the defense's effort in a moment. But, Rajay, so what's your plan the rest of the way? Are you going to be able to go to any more games this year, or are you going to be healing up away from the team?
I'm planning on going to the UCF game this weekend. It just depends on how my rehab goes and what my family thinks. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to going out there and chilling the guys.
Now, we'll say this. Be careful on the sideline because, as you know, people do get hurt sometimes just on the sideline with those plays coming fast, and you're not as mobile. So I want you to be careful where you stand now so you don't get hit on the sideline again.
Most definitely.
put them in a bubble or something over there. Rajay, great to hear you you smiling and laughing, man, and great to talk with you. Keep up the good work. And I like earlier you said, when I asked you about the surgery, you said you were ready to just get the process underway. I think it's a good way to look at it. You can't heal up till you have your surgery, and you can't heal up till you go through rehab. So step one, I guess, underway, and you're looking forward, ready to go.
Yes, sir, I am. I appreciate y'all.
Thanks, Raj.
There's Rajay Harris joining us, Pit Electric Live Line. And Xavier, you're out there on the field playing for yourself, your family, your team, your school, but guys like Rajay as well, right? Playing for him.
Yeah, for sure. I just seen Rajay earlier today when he was leaving the facility. I was just talking to him and his mom and his girlfriend, just trying to keep him positive, because he's a tough individual. He's always positive. He keeps me going. He keeps the team going. So, he's a crucial piece to why we play so hard. So a part of the reason we go out there and play is that for reasons like that, we have guys who, would do anything to be out there with us, and, just unfortunate situations. So, yeah, it's heavy on all of us, but, we just pray for him and wish the best a speedy recovery.
Xavier Smith joining us. Xavier, how crazy is it that last year we make a big deal of the 2-point stop in Memphis and your beautiful backflip right there in midfield. This year, another 2-point stop in overtime against Memphis. I already know the answer. For people that didn't see it on Twitter, did you perform another backflip after the game?
I actually thought about it. I swear, as soon as we won, I was running. I was like, should I hit a backflip?
Was it the slide instead?
I didn't slide.
I saw some guys slide, but I couldn't tell.
I started running, and then I was like, dang. And so I started feeling sore. As soon as I started running, I was like, I stopped running instantly and just started shaking the other team's hand. That way I can hurry up and get back to the locker room because, it was a long, taxing game. And I was just, happy we got the dub. I wasn't worried about anything else.
I think Kerry King hit a backflip. I saw a video somewhere on Facebook, and I think Kerry King hit one.
That might be a little Memphis tradition.
Let's keep that thing going every year. Man, what a game. You guys were out there on the field a lot and having to play in those 4 overtimes. I asked Jeremy earlier, did you know, because he said the coaches talk about it, did you know all the rules as far as you got to go for 2 here and then you start the 2-point and all that?
No clue. Like, every single time I thought we were going back out in the offense, like, no, it's us. I was like, how that don't even make sense? Like, what's the rules? But I just went out there, and just tried to do our job best of our ability.
Well, and I think a lot of fans didn't realize, too, the rules had changed for overtime, where the second time you have to go for 2 because people thought we were going for 2 instead of trying to kick the extra point, which, by the way, some nice adjustments by Coach Houston and the staff. They put, Conrad? Out there who did a great job, which I thought was an excellent adjustment. But a lot of folks thought they were afraid, but that's the rule, I believe, that you got to, after the first one, you got to go for 2. They're trying to speed it up so you don't have like 8. I think they had that one game where they had like 8 overtimes that 1 year clip, and they tried to adjust it where it doesn't happen all the time. Do you like the way it is, the overtime, or would you rather do it like old school, kind of like NFL, where you kick it sudden death, as they used to call it, where the first person to score wins?
Yeah. I mean, in a perfect world, that is the normal tradition I'm used to. So, like, I know in the NFL that's how it typically goes, and in college it's a little bit different. But I kind of like how the college one works. It's kind of beneficial for both sides. It just really...
You just get a crack at it.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than it was when we were growing up. They had ties.
I know. It's terrible.
No ties. I'm
not a big fan of ties.
Xavier, according to the participation chart, you played 62 plays the other night. That's a lot of plays in a football game. So you still feeling that? Or you?
I am definitely still feeling that. Like I said, I just seen Rajay earlier for rehab. We be in there a lot of the time, so we always talk about the same stuff, just recovery, how, what things we're going to try to get back better.
Now, what do you do when you do rehab? Like, what are you doing? What's your rehab consist of?
I focus on lower half because, I had prior lower body injury, so I just focus on my lower half and getting, my knees back right.
So what is it, like stretching? Is it a massage? Like, what are
it's everything. Ice tub, cold tubs, going back and forth. Okay. The recovery boots, I do stem needling. I'm terrified of needles. I do needling.
So all that stuff, a little bit combination of everything. Yeah. I thought of you guys at the tailgate. This is a true story clip. I know you're going to think this is crazy. I thought of you guys at our tailgate zone. I was searching for actually a Pepsi, believe it or not, for my kids. So in the way Ellerby had the cooler, they were at the very bottom of the cooler. We have these big boat coolers and they're full of ice. Mm-hmm. And I couldn't find, I had to keep digging through the ice to find one. And my hand was only in there for like 8 to 10 seconds. And I was like, I could barely feel my arm and hand. I was like, oh my God, I couldn't believe what this must feel like.
Yeah.
If you got to go in an ice tub, because that's basically what it was, a little bit of water and then full of ice, and that's what you're just getting your whole body in. I could barely pull out a freaking can of Pepsi without dying. I don't know how you guys do it where you sit in it.
That's why I have to contrast, because I had to sit in the cold tub. Yeah, I couldn't make it. My feet would start hurting, but, sometimes you get used to it. But for me, weirdly, it helps when I go from hot to cold, because, I guess my body's just warm and it just...
So if you start hot, you can do it.
Yeah, but even once that wear off, I'm like, all right, it's time to get out of here. Get back in hot.
I've got to, stick your hand in an ice cold cooler clip and see how long you can keep it there.
All right, ice cold cooler challenge.
Yeah, that could be a new
way to Pirate Radio. Xavier Smith joining us. Xavier got down 17-0. The offense scores, and then the defense makes a play to really kind of flip the whole game. The Malik Fleming interception that set up another touchdown. Then second half, Julius Wood gets one, takes it in. How about defense turning to offense? You guys were out there helping ECU score points the other night.
Yeah, I mean, as a group, us, the guys, we try to emphasize that during the week. We talk about it all the time. We want to make more turnovers, force more turnovers. So that was a goal we had this week. And, those guys, they do the same things in practice. So in the game, it just comes natural. Julius, I didn't know he had those kind of moves to get in the box. So, I probably could have hit a backflip after that one because I was so excited for him and just, the work he's put in and the things he's doing to help us win. And, a lot of the guys, Chandre, was changing the game for us. A lot of guys that were just stepping up and, laying it all out there for each other. That's what, a true brotherhood.
We talk about it from the offensive perspective of how many 2-point plays do you got if you get into one of these situations? How about from a defensive standpoint, Xavier? You're probably looking at film all week. All right, this is what Memphis does inside the 5 and everything. So did y'all have all that ready to go in overtime? Like you kind of knew, or at least thought you knew what might be coming on those plays?
Yeah, I was actually, me personally, I was super excited because the first time they came out, they came in a formation that we knew, I knew what was coming. So I was like, oh, bet. Our chances are pretty good. I was already letting everybody know what we seen on film, what we expected to come. And then I think they called a timeout or something, or they changed their formation. And then I was just like, dang, my mind went blank. But, it's definitely it's hit or miss because those are your best plays to try to trick people, cause smoke and mirrors, distractions, get your eyes in a different place. So it's really difficult, even if you do know what's coming, to still stop those kind of plays.
Got some momentum rolling into this game this weekend in Greenville. It's a night game again, 7:30 kickoff. It's a blackout, so the team will be dressed in all black. They're encouraging fans to also dress in black. UCF coming in here with some momentum. They're 5-1 on the year. They just rolled up 70 points against Temple, in case folks weren't paying attention last weekend. So this is obviously a high-powered offense.
For sure,
it's going to be up to you and your teammates to stop them. Are you nervous?
I want to use the word nervous, but we definitely have our hands full. I actually was able to watch a little bit of the game. I have a friend who goes to Temple. I was talking to him a little bit about the things they do and stuff like that. But, they're definitely a high-power offense. We got to come ready to play, for real. Their quarterback, he's doing great things. They're putting up, I've seen 700 total yards. They put up 600 in other games. They have playmakers across the board in all positions. So we definitely have to be ready to play, take this week serious, get our bodies ready to play this kind of football game.
That's interesting. You always hear coaches say that they'll talk to their friends in the business about what this team does. Mm-hmm. How many guys from opposing teams have you talked to like that? That's pretty unique.
Not many, but, this week I just happened to get lucky. One of my friends goes there. He played D-line there, and, I had a conversation with him just to see the things they were doing, what he's seen offensively from them. What things maybe they went over to help us out a little bit. Just trying to get, anything I can to try to help the team get better.
Where's his loyalty lie? His friendship with you or his loyalty?
Well, he's with Temple, not
Temple. That's
yeah,
right,
definitely with Temple. I don't ask some crazy stuff like, give me y'all game plan. But, it's
I thought it was, okay. I got mixed up. That's a good point.
Yeah. It's different than, the business side. It's more like a friendship, just checking up on them. But, yeah.
He'll give you what UCF does. He won't give you what his team is doing,
for sure.
obviously.
For sure.
Yeah. You could ask.
Yeah.
Might as well. You got him later this year.
They got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Xavier Smith joining us inside the Pirate Radio studios. So The unis looked great the other night. Y'all looked good, played good in them. And now you go all black this week, right? Blackout coming up.
Yeah, we had this year's going to be wild with the uniforms. We got different helmets, different color helmets. You know, just like I said the last time, don't let it be a distraction and come ready to play.
This is the most uniform combinations we've ever had.
I was going to say.
Clip. I will say that.
We used to, like, clamor for this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And now we finally got it.
Be careful what you wish for. You might get it.
Yeah.
Too many damn uniforms.
Sure, we don't like being told what to wear.
Well, I like to choose what I want to wear game day, and I was going to go with, I've got a cool Pirate Radio black shirt I was going to wear for the tailgate yesterday, but then I'm like, well, next week is the blackout. I should probably save it for that.
Why can't you just wear them?
I don't want to wear the same thing back to back. I've worn something different every game.
Who's paying attention to this other than you?
Well, we take pictures. I don't want to be in the same thing every week in the photos, and I put some thought into what I wear, Cliff.
I know you feel that, Xavier. You are still a young man, a kid that likes to look good, but I mean, Troy,
look good, tailgate good is what I say. Feel good.
All right, whatever works for you. Who am I to say?
Yeah. But I do like the all black look. I think those unis are one of my favorite. I think we'll obviously break out the black helmets again, which I like.
For sure.
So I'm excited about that. There were years before you were here, Xavier. I clamored for.
Yeah.
We had black uniforms in baseball. We had black uniforms in basketball, but we never had a black football uniform jersey. And I was beating the drum louder than anybody. We should have a black East Carolina jersey. I think it would look sharp. It was awesome. We never had a blackout game. So then finally, many years ago, it wasn't, but recent history clip, we have to go.
It was the Cardin team, right? Rough and
it was the first. We had a black. It was a huge success, and we've kept it rolling ever since. So I'm never going to complain about having a blackout game or wearing black jerseys because that's what I had fought for so long ago.
Yeah.
So I like it. I think it's awesome. That is one color combination. I think it's cool to break out occasionally.
Yeah. I think we should wear it more often.
Yeah.
All blacks.
Whatever works too. If you win in it, keep it rolling. So. Xavier, good stuff, man. We'll let you get back to your day off, which you don't really get many of.
Yeah, what's left for? Do you have to go back and do stuff today, or are you going to rest up and then hit it hard tomorrow?
Well, I already went to rehab. Ran a few errands for our little day off. We got some free time, so I ran a few errands. Had to come here, Pirate Radio, do my thing, chill with the guys, have some fun. Next, I got meetings at 4:30, so we're going to finally going to UCF in depth, get our game plan, get a couple and watch a few plays, just get our minds ready for practice tomorrow. And then I might go to the movies later.
What's the new Halloween movie?
The Smile. I heard the Halloween.
Oh, yeah. I heard it's terrible, the Halloween movie.
Yeah, I did too. That's why
I heard
I'm
it's
waste
awful.
my money. Money already tight.
I don't know.
The Smile movie is kind of scary. That's creepy, but I probably.
Yeah, that's why I'm scared of scary movies too. I'm trying to face my fears.
I don't know a lot about it, but the promoting has been crazy. They've had people like planted in these baseball playoff games just smiling the whole time, and it is really creepy.
I was one at Dowdy Ficklin Stadium a few weeks ago, Clip.
That's right. We saw you. Maybe for a different reason.
It was a paid deal.
You could not stop smiling and laughing for whatever reason in that game.
I was only sitting next to you and Chandler. You guys just put me in such a good mood. I will say I talked to a ton of people at our tailgate zone this past weekend, and they, unsolicited folks, their favorite day of the week is Monday to hear the Players Lounge. That they really enjoy hearing you guys. And
I didn't know.
As I said, unsolicited, just had a ton of folks come up to me and just say how much they enjoy these segments. So we appreciate you obviously joining us each and every week.
We appreciate them.
Remind us, Xavier, on your schooling. Have you graduated yet?
Yes, I already graduated.
Yeah, so that's kind of just going right now. A pretty breezy.
He's a professional football player.
Yeah.
At East Carolina.
Yeah, I already graduated. Right now I'm taking classes for get my certificate. And, grad school, different ball game, especially with, managing that and still dedicating enough time to be over-prepared in football because, that's what kind of league we're in. You got to really prepare for these teams. So it's been a struggle, if I'm being honest. It's been hard. But, I'm trying my best to hang in there and get my best for the team.
Awesome. Thanks, Xavier. Enjoy it as always, man.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back when we return. Miles Berry going to join us on the Pit Electric Live line. Got Jeremy Lewis, Isaiah Winstead also coming up later on today's edition of Pirate Radio Live. Troy D, you back?
You know what? I'm going to stick. We'll talk to Miles together.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not going anywhere.
We got that coming up when we return on Pirate Radio Live after this.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, at Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Beauty Bar MediSpa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty. October 7th through the 14th. All services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMediSpa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
Take a hit from a 300-pound linebacker, and you better be wearing pads. Take a hit on the road, and you better have good auto coverage. When you've got North Carolina Farm Bureau Auto Insurance, you've got the best local agents ready to help you bounce back. If you don't, well, you'll probably play football without a helmet, too. In Pitt County, call Carlton Venters or C.J. Messerly at 252-756-3007. North Carolina Farm Bureau Mutual Insurance Company. Farm Bureau Insurance of North Carolina Incorporated. Southern Farm Bureau Life Insurance Company, Jackson, Mississippi. An independent licensee of the Blue Cross and Blue Shield Association.
Hey Pirate Nation, Shimmer Boutique is your one-stop shop for all your tailgate essentials. This is Holt Nailers, and if you need a Yeti cooler, apparel, shoes, or accessories for the season, Shimmer has you covered. Shimmer Boutique is also the exclusive retailer in Greenville carrying the largest selection of built-in broken gear for adults and youth. Be ready for game day and every day at Shimmer Boutique on Greenville Boulevard behind Starbucks and in Winterville across from Lowe's. Go Pirates!
Did you know time spent outdoors can help improve your children's health and bring balance to their life? The Outdoor Heritage Advisory Council invites you to join the Patch program. This program is for any child under the age of 16 and includes activities like fishing, hunting, and hiking. These are just one of the many ways you can earn the exclusive patches from the Outdoor Heritage Council. For more information on how to sign up and get your adventure started, visit outdoorheritage.nc.gov.
Welcome to US Cellular, where new and current customers choose any phone they want for free.
Free? Even the one with 5G and lots of storage?
Free.
And the one with the latest everything?
Free.
At U.S. Cellular, any phone you see is free, whether you're a new or current customer. U.S. Cellular, America's locally grown wireless. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
I'm Donald Stocks, owner of PIP Marketing Signs Print. We are your one-stop shop for just about anything printed. If we're not your go-to printer, please give us a call at 355-1636. We have over 80 5-star Google reviews and want you to be our next more than satisfied and well-pleased customer. Check us out at growatpip.com or stop in to see us at 3185 Mosley Drive in Greenville. PIP, where business goes to grow.
Chico's Mexican Restaurant is the home of the best margaritas. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's every Tuesday for the Gulf of Mexico. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. On Thursdays, relax and enjoy half-price pitchers of Chico's house margaritas. Choose from lime, strawberry, blood orange, raspberry, or peach. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's Mexican Restaurant in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Chico's, where the fiesta never ends.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovation renovations and additions. David Price Construction, the proud ECU home services partner. Call them today at 919-291-5532 or visit them online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here's your host, Clip Rock.
All right, Hour 2, Victory Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Still to come on today's show, got Jeremy Lewis joining us, Isaiah Winstead. We'll also talk some football with Double B Brian Bailey. Right now, we'll head back out to the Pitt Electric Live line, continue on with the Delcor Players Lounge with Miles Berry, East Carolina linebacker, who joins us today on Pirate Radio Live. Miles, how you doing, man?
Hey, I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you joining us. And what a game the other night, Miles, as you guys are able to outlast Memphis in 4 overtimes. And you personally, like a lot of guys on this team, banged up right now, Miles. But we got a lot of calls on the fifth quarter postgame show about just how proud the fans, the alums were of the grit, the guts you showed as a team. I know you yourself are kind of gutting it out right now. So, man, I know you had to be pleased with the performance in that W the other night.
Oh, man, most definitely. Like, 4 overtimes, that was history in itself. Long game, but it was a fight. It was a battle, and shout out to Memphis. That's a great football team in itself. And, you know, they were in a lot of positions to win. You know, the game could have went both ways, but the ball bounced in our favor, and it was just a great thing to be able to get that homecoming win at that, you know, in Dowdy Fick.
Miles, as Troy D, as we know, so many of these games come down to a play or two. That's the difference in the game right towards the end. Luckily, it went East Carolina's way this time. But what great energy that brings to this program, and when you can build on that, especially going into this week with a tough game against UCF.
Yeah, well, it was just a lot of great moments throughout the game, offensively, defensively. Special teams played very well. You know, it was just one of those games. It was a battle, but that's how all of the games are going to be. You know, our conference, you know, just as anybody else, you know, our conference is no easy conference. Every week you got to come prepared, and you got to have to put your best foot forward and play your best game in order to get wins in this conference. And we have a tough game coming up, UCF, but we're ready for it. You know, we're ready for battle, and it's going to be another good one.
We got Miles Berry, East Carolina linebacker, on the Pitt Electric Live line inside the Delcor Players Lounge. Miles, first of all, how are you doing physically? Because this is the time of year everybody's getting banged up some. What's going on with you right now?
Yeah, I'm good, man. Just kind of I had a foot injury last week against Tulane, so just trying to nursing that back, you know, hitting rehab very heavily. But, you know, I'm good. You know, it's that time of the year, you know, middle of the season where you have some nicks and bumps, but you just got to keep pushing through and got to put yourself before the team. I mean, well, put the team before yourself, you know. So that's kind of my main thing. And so just showing that grit and toughness, but definitely that time of the year.
And as an older player that's been around a while, Miles, how long did it take you to learn about the recovery side, the I guess nutrition side? It's more than just going out there, you know, lifting weights, playing football. You got to learn how to train that body to get through this season. So you're a seasoned vet at it at this point, Miles. But did it take you a while to kind of understand all that?
Yeah, most definitely. You know, coming in as a freshman, you're kind of only used to a high school regimen and kind of a high school method of kind of getting your body back. But in college is totally different. It's a different animal. So it's something that you have to learn. I feel like it really clicked for me the more I started playing and the more sore I was going into the season. So in that preparation, just throughout the year, you know, starting really in spring ball and going through the summer, that's why the summer is so important, to get your body as physically ready for the season as possible, because the season it's a grueling season. So yeah, it took me some time, but it's something that every athlete learns for themselves.
Miles Berry joining us. Man, just 2 really game-changing plays the other night on the defensive side of the ball. And the one happened in the first half late. Malik Fleming really giving you guys a lot of momentum heading into the locker room with his pick and return. And then how about Julius Wood leading the way to the end zone, diving into the end zone after his pick six. Defense, not just forcing turnovers, Miles, but turning that into points, turning that into offense.
Yeah, that's turnovers win games, man. You got to be able to control turnovers, and especially defensively. Those were two huge plays, and like you said, they led to scores, and great job by our offense being able to convert and score on those big plays. So that was really just a hats off to them. They made some great plays, and that's what we have to do every week as a defense in order to win.
I meant to bring it up with Holden earlier, Troy, but he's 26 to 34, 304, one touchdown. The big stat, no interceptions. I mean, he played a clean game.
Yeah.
And the Memphis quarterback, Hennigan, had 2 interceptions. A lot of times those can be the differences there.
Yeah, and Miles, it's rare to go, into overtime. That doesn't happen that often. But then they have 4 of them. What was going through your head where that kind of bend but don't break, and it was one of those deals where I know you wanted the game to end and just move on, and it came down to that last play. What was going on with you guys defensively?
Well, we were just saying, it's our turn to make a play. We have to make a play. We have to stop them, and we have to bowl up. These are the type of plays that we dream about making. So we were just coming together as a defense and as a unit. Really, the whole team was, because we were cheering on the offense as soon as the offense made a play. They were cheering right for us to make a play when we were on the defensive side of the ball. So we just came together as a team, and we were able to just get a really great win and just fight it out to the end.
It is. You're right, though. It is one of those plays that you kind of dream about as a kid. The whole game, everything you work for comes down to one single play.
Right. One play. I mean, but you got to lock in on that one play. It's a lot of things that come together throughout the game that don't go your way, and you just have to do your job, and everybody has to be on one accord to make the play happen and win.
You're so focused on the next play and everything. We can kind of think about other things. I was thinking about, this is kind of creepy. Like, we had the same situation with Memphis last year. Are they going to get their revenge on us this time, or will it end the same way? It ends the exact same way. Them going for 2, East Carolina getting the stop. When all that's happening on the field, Miles, are you thinking about that at all? Like, hey, we just had this same situation against this same team a year ago.
It definitely popped up in my head a couple of times. Like, man, this is kind of crazy. It's so ironic, It's like we were just here, like you said, but hey, we definitely topped the excitement of last year, even though last year was the game to put us bowl eligible. So that game was historical in itself, but this one was even more historical with a 4 overtime victory. So I think we've seen the start of a great Memphis ECU football rivalry, potentially, but definitely, like I said, that's a great football team, and they executed well, all phases of the game, but the ball just bounced our way. So that's great getting a big win.
That's a good point, Miles, because Troy, a lot of these teams are going to be leaving us. Memphis sticking around the American. Maybe there's
we can do it again to them next year.
Let's go. Let's play an OT again.
Miles, this might be a better question for Coach Houston, but I was thinking about this, watching y'all go back and forth on the overtime thing. I wonder why the need to go, because everyone gets it on the same yard line. Why do they go one end of the field, then the next end of the field, then the back of the, why back and forth? It just seems like a lot of rigmarole to get the plays in. Why not just stay on one side? What's your perspective on that?
I truly have no idea, because when we were moving the second time, it was like either the second or third time. I'm like, we're moving again. So I really don't know, but that's probably the least of my worries. I'm just trying to get coached up, look at any adjustments, think about what the coach is thinking in different situations. So I'm just trying to get all the adjustments I can, but man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Whenever you find out, you let me know.
All right, I'm gonna dig into that a little bit. Poor Brian Bailey almost pulled a hammy trying to get back and forth down the field. I'm just trying to look out for my brothers in the media here too. But because they did have to sprint back and forth.
A lot of leg work there, yeah. Miles, I remember last year.
And I mean, everybody, the chains, everything.
Yeah, it just seems like it would be easier just to stay on one side and go with it, yeah.
I remember last year, Miles, Bruce Bivens talking about that final play. He said that once they lined up to go for 2, you guys knew exactly what they were going to run because you had prepared for it. A moment ago, Xavier said one of the looks they gave you, he said, man, I know this play, and then they checked out of it, went to a different play. So, how prepared were you guys? You were able to stop them on a run for a 2-point conversion to keep the game going. You got the final stop as well. Were you guys pretty well prepared for what they showed you there at the end of that game?
Yeah, we we knew some of the tendencies that they had going into the game, especially on 2-point conversions and low red zone moments. So, you kind of have some checks and different things that you're looking at based off what you studied that whole week prior leading up to the game. But honestly, at the snap of the ball, you really don't know what's going to happen. You just got to play fast, trust any instinct that you have, and really just see ball, get ball at that point. But, yeah, we were just really proud of the defense for being able to make those plays when we needed them.
And another thing, too, you guys have had so many goal line stands already this year. I don't know if you're thinking about those at the moment, but at least you certainly got the confidence that these guys aren't getting in here, right?
Yeah, the confidence level is through the roof. With the success that we've had, we just try to execute like it's the first one, every time, man. Going to the game, like I said, you know what cheats that you have, and you know what different things that you're looking for in the red zone, the low red zone, so you just try to execute to the best of the ability.
Miles, we talked about it last week, had the throwback unis on for the first time for homecoming, a nod to the 70s, 80s, and 90s Pirates team. I thought it was, kind of cool how they put that together. This week it's the blackout, the all-black look, and the helmets and the jerseys and the pants. Your thoughts on that?
Oh, I love the all-black. Well, it was great. The homecoming uniforms were fantastic. I thought they were. I really liked them. I like the colors. I like the theme of the kind of like the font of the numbers. I thought they looked really nice, and even with the white helmets to match them. But blackout is my personal favorite. I love that. It's just something so intimidating about all black. So really ready for that. Ready for all the fans and Dowdy to wear all black. To black it out too. So it's gonna be nice.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing we can all agree on. At least I can agree on all these guys that we all enjoy the black unis the best. I want to give a shout out to ECU too, the graphics department. I thought now these weren't graphics ECU used to use. I don't want to confuse people, but it was kind of a throwback to a 90s type of graphic, almost a Sega Genesis type of look. Tecmo Bowl type of deal. I thought that was a cool touch when the Pirates scored, and even during the game, the graphics they used, the graphic package was kind of a retro look. It wasn't, I don't think we had a scoreboard that could do stuff like that before, so there was no really imagery they could go to other than just use some of the older logos. But I really thought that was kind of cool too, how they did that.
Do you notice that stuff, Miles, during the game?
Yeah, the Jumbotron, I saw that it was like that old kind of Sega Genesis look, especially when we scored. It was like, some cool graphics in that. And I like the little mini screens around the perimeter of Dowdy on the field. I really like those. I like how they match with the Jumbotron. So whoever was over that, the technical side of that, man, hats off to you, because you really made Dowdy come alive.
And the theme they use now with the third down, the money down, it's kind of growing on me. I gotta be honest. The dun dun, or how I gotta get
and that's all.
I gotta get the audio for we can run that.
Yeah, that's all Coach Harrell right there. He brought that money down tradition and kind of culture to the defense, and it's really stuck. And in year three of the defense, so you can really see how the fan base and everybody, well, not year 3, year 4 actually, but the fan base and everybody is really involved with it and really into it. So it's good to see.
Do you know that song that they play on third down, Miles? I've heard a lot of people ask. I don't know the answer.
Yeah, it's down for my end. I can't say the end.
Wait, hold on. Say that one more time.
Down for my end.
Down for my, and then by C Murda.
All right. So down for my and by C Murda. All right.
Yeah, down for my.
There you go.
Down for my.
Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
I'm gonna Google that up, as we used to say, and put that on my playlist clip.
Good stuff.
What's the other one too? I hate to sound like an old guy, and I asked someone this earlier.
Troy, you're an old guy. Embrace it.
I don't identify as an old guy.
You got to embrace it. You got to embrace it.
What's the song they play where everyone starts to sway? What is it? It's the club song.
That's Swag, sir.
That's it, Swag.
That's Swag.
But what's the name? I looked. I googled Swag, but it wasn't the song. What's the name of the song?
It's Swag Surf.
Swag Sir is the name.
Swag.
Oh, that's it. That's swag surf. That's exactly right. I remember my buddy from Still Life telling me that a couple years ago, but I couldn't remember the name of it. Swag surf. That really, I got to be honest, that kind of energizes the fans a little bit. Even the old people were like into that song.
Especially when everybody gets into it and you kind of swag and then you swag faster on beat. You know, if we were, I feel like if kind of like all the fans saw a video of kind of how it would go and the whole crowd.
We could have a training session.
It can even be crazier than what it is.
Yeah, all right, so swag surf by who?
Hold on, let me make sure.
Y'all,
I forgot who raps.
Clip, I'm not even going to ask you. Because that
Fast Life Youngsters. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Life Youngster.
All right.
All right, and that was popular a couple years ago, right?
Yeah.
It's an older song, like, you know, it's not a new release or anything. It's been out for a while.
Hey, Miles, if you could take like
15 years ago.
Miles, if you could take 1 hour out of your week to just hang out with Troy D and try to make him a little cooler, maybe.
So I'm gonna start Swag Surf by Fast Life Youngsters. I'm gonna start jamming to that.
Yeah.
And then Down for My by C Murder. I like that one too. That's gonna be my Muddy Down song.
All right.
I'm gonna start playing that at the beach, Clip.
Down.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you should do some swag surfing out there.
All right. Well, I might go do that.
Good stuff. Miles,
down at the
you.
beach tavern.
This is like Miles talking to his like old uncles about the internet and stuff.
No, I mean, I'm familiar with these songs. I didn't know the names of them, you know?
Yeah, we got.
Now that I know the names, I can share this with all our friends.
Good.
And we can put it out there for the Pirate Nation. I know other people were wondering the same thing, Clip, but they didn't have the guts to ask.
This is how things work. Things are cool, and then old people learn about them and tell other old people, and they're not cool.
But if we can get the whole stadium swag surfing, like we have the whole stadium sing Neil Diamond songs like they did last week, or Bon Jovi, this would be cool.
We're halfway there. Yeah.
Halfway there, swagging on a prayer.
All right, Miles.
This thing has had the energy of living on a prayer.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
That would be crazy.
Miles, and I hate to sound like old, but it would be lit. I know that.
My God. We gotta go. I gotta go.
That's no cap.
I gotta go. I can't do anymore. Miles, you're the man. Thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you, Miles.
Good luck.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
That's called Trying to Be Hip with Miles Berry. That's a new segment, Troy. Every week we got
On Monday we have Try to Be Hip, and on Thursdays we have Ask the Owner.
And then on Friday you break your hip. Thank you. All right.
All right. I wrote those down because I am actually going to have those in their repertoire.
Good stuff.
I was going to say my iPod.
Hey. When you go pick up the boys from school, whenever you do, blare that.
Oh, actually, that's a great idea.
Blare it.
Yeah, swag surf when I come
Blare
up.
some C Murda.
Yeah, I'm sure they're familiar with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have just asked them.
All right, Troy D.
All right, that was a fun show.
Learn something new every day.
At least my segment. But this is going by fast, Clip.
I know, you keep saying
half the show's in the books.
It is. Yep. Thanks for hanging out.
Bailey?
We got Jeremy Lewis.
All right, good deal. Good seeing you.
Commanders beat the Bears.
Congratulations, Clip.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst displays of professional football I have ever seen by either team. It was definitely a pillow fight, like with no stuffing in the pillow. It was like almost a pillowcase fight.
Pillowcase fight?
It was a pillowcase fight. It was so bad. The Bears are beyond terrible. I don't want to wear my Bear gear anymore.
I don't know why.
I don't even know if I want to talk about it. I don't even know who we're playing this week. I am totally disgusted by them. Disgusted, Clip.
I don't know why you don't listen to me more.
Why?
I told you the whole time they suck. They stank. And you were like, well, we got a new coach and a GM. And I was like, Justin Fields completes 9 passes a game. Yeah, but they got something there. They got, I don't know. Just listen to me, Troy. I'm not going to steer you wrong. I'm going to talk to you so you don't have these meltdowns.
All right. Fair enough. In other news, Miss Pam Brock says, I agree, Troy.
About what?
I don't know, and it doesn't matter. But thank you, Miss Brock, for agreeing.
Yeah.
John Moody says, living on a prayer is the lamest tradition we have. And you know what? I'm going to give that a like. Because I agree with Mr. Moody on that one.
Well, Troy D. like.
I think Living on a prayer is getting lame.
It's had its time.
I am in favor of moving to swag surf more often.
Well, there's other songs we can play where you cut the volume down and fans sing along.
Let's do
more than one song.
Miss Brock said I was right about the music.
Okay.
So thank you.
Good.
Randy Hobbs says Troy needs to ask Coach Leach.
About?
I don't know. He didn't clarify.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll go ask Coach Leach.
But anyway. All right. So in case you were wondering, the third down song, once again, is Down for My by C Murder.
Why do you say murder?
I don't know. I just wrote it down.
Murder.
RDA.
Murder.
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 What is it?
Murder?
Murder with an A. Murder.
Murder.
All right.
That's it.
Close enough.
Yeah. And then Swag Surf by Fast Life.
Taylor, he's doing so with his mouth.
Murder. Murder.
Murder.
It's like Pink Panther.
All right.
I know what I'm getting ready to go listen to.
Hey, go jam out.
We'll swagging.
We'll take a break. Come back when we return. Jeremy Lewis back with you on the Players Lounge, presented by Delcor. After this.
Pirate fans, time to get back in black this week as the Pirates host American rival UCF Saturday night at 7:30. It's our Painted Black game. Tickets are still available for as low as $50 in the lower bowl or $35 in the upper level. Break out your best Pirate gear in black for East Carolina and UCF. It's the Pirates and the Knights, Saturday night at 7:30 at Dottie Ficklin Stadium.
Hi, I'm Annalie Newhoff.
And I'm Rob Campbell.
And we are with CopyPro. We have been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for almost 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology.
Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total customer satisfaction is our #1 priority.
We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net.
CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
Familia on Fire Tower Road in Winterville has a brand new updated menu. Open from 4 to 9 Tuesday through Saturday and 11 to 9 on Sundays, Familia has a variety of pizza combinations and classic Italian dishes that are sure to tackle your taste buds. Enjoy Thirsty Thursdays with $3 drafts with several local brews on tap. And who doesn't love brunch? Familia has Sunday brunch from 11 to 2. Follow Familia on social media for their pizza of the week for just $12. Visit online at familianc.com. Familia, that's Italian for family. Your vehicle is a big part of your life. That's why you should trust the team at Greenville Auto World for all your vehicle needs. Greenville Auto World believes in fair prices, superior service, and treating customers right. Visit greenvilleautoworld.net to see their fully stocked inventory of SUVs, trucks, and cars. Need a lift kit, custom rims, or wheels? Greenville Auto World can upgrade your vehicle today. For sales or service, visit Greenville Auto World on Highway 43 in Greenville.
UBE and PirateWear.com is excited to offer Pirate Nation the largest selection of new ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates in to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking uptown in Greenville. Visit them at PirateWear.com. Go Pirates!
Great food, great atmosphere, and great service is Ottavola Market Cafe. Ottavola is simply a restaurant that focuses on that, being a great restaurant. There's something for everyone at Ottavola. The menu offers a variety of great choices like pastas, pizzas, sandwiches, soups, salads, and seasonal rotating selections. Lunch or dinner, Ottavola is always the right call. Call ahead and get Ottavola to go, or stop by the bar for a drink with friends. It's simple. Come and eat at Ottavola Market Cafe, Red Banks Road next to Food Lion, and OttavolaMarket.com. Ottavola, Pirates supporting pirates.
Are you looking for a home loan? Look no further than Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage. Since 1960, Guild Mortgage has partnered with industry professionals to close loans on time and help millions of Americans realize their dreams. Call Amy Goss at Guild Mortgage in Jacksonville, 910-389-4602. Amy Goss is licensed in Florida, Georgia, Maine, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Guild Mortgage Company, Equal Housing Opportunity, NMLS 3274. NMLSconsumeraccess.org/for licensing information. Please visit guildmortgage.com/licensing. Guild Mortgage is not affiliated with Pirate Radio.
Hey, Pirate Nation, this is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you have real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for rental houses? ECU alum Scott Harris with RE/MAX and SD Harris Properties can help answer every question you have and show you a stress-free real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. If you have real estate questions, Scott Harris has answers. Give him a call today at 347-1857. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Victory Monday edition of the show and a Delcor Players Lounge edition of PRL. The service professionals at Delcor can help you with your heating, cooling, plumbing. Call 328-8868 or visit delcorinc.com. Residential and businesses have received the services of Delcor for over 5 decades, and they can help you out if you are in a pinch and need some help. All right, we've had a lot of fun today talking to Holt Nailers, Ryan Jones, Rajay Harris, Xavier Smith, and Miles Berry a moment ago. Got Isaiah Winstead joining us about an hour from now. Brian Bailey will join us coming up at 5 o'clock. Right now, we'll hear from Jeremy Lewis. Talked to Jeremy earlier today. Had it live on Facebook and YouTube at 11 a.m. earlier this morning. And we will play that right now. Here's my chat with the East Carolina defensive end. Jeremy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Can't complain. How about you?
Hey man, I'm tired. I'm still tired from the other night. We wrapped up our post-game show at 2 a.m. and then yesterday I'm just sitting around watching football and I'm like, man, I feel like I played in that game. Well, you actually did, and at one point, Jeremy, I know you came off the field. So how are you physically right now after playing 4 overtimes in a game like that? Your body holding up?
Yeah, I'm holding up. You know, a game like that's going to cause some bruises and bumps and bruises, you know, but overall, I'm healthy. I'm good. Ready to move on. I'm good.
One more question on that. We ask you guys a lot, you know, coming off a loss, how is it mentally out there and keeping the spirits up on a Sunday practice? But how about physically, Jeremy? Is that, you know, is it difficult or is it a positive to get right back out there on Sunday, get moving around a little bit, get the body going after a long physical game like that on Saturday? How tough is that on the body?
Definitely a mindset thing over a physicality thing, because we all, like, you all can do it. Like, it ain't like no stopping it. You can go out there and do it. Like, if we had back-to-back games, no matter what we would play it, like, it is what it is. So we just go out there and practice. You just gotta want to go out there. You gotta know that you can go out there and, you know, run that last game off, get a little conditioning in, get some blood flowing, and, you know, it's more of a positive than a negative.
Jeremy Lewis joining us. Jeremy, for whatever reason, when ECU and Memphis get together, they play some thrillers. And did you think about that in the moment, like as fans, as people watching? We think about that. Hey, ECU beat Memphis last year, you know, on a 2-point conversion, just like that in overtime. Were you thinking about that during the game, or is that something you realize and think about after the game's over?
No, most definitely after you had to realize, like, this is crazy. This is the exact same situation that we were in last year at their house. But, you know, like, during the game, you know, like I said in another interview, we was in the same situation last year. We was 3-3, you know, then we got on a run and started winning some games. So it's the same situation. So just trying to keep everybody like, yo, we've been here before, we can do this. And, you know, after the game, that's when it really hit, like, wow, this was the exact same situation.
Jeremy Lewis joining us individually. Jeremy, maybe your best game statistically speaking, with 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and had a sack, back-to-back games now with the sack as the pass rush getting going here for the Pirate defense. Did you? How'd you feel about your individual performance on Saturday night?
You know, everything can be better. Never truly satisfied. I was trying to, you know, I had goals going into the season to get a sack a game, and that hasn't been the case. So, you know, trying to double back now, trying to double up on those, you know, per game just for myself. But overall, I think I could have played better always.
Jeremy, you look up at the scoreboard down 17-0. You know what? You can't let that doubt creep in. So, what are those conversations like? And how about heading into the locker room, scoring 2 touchdowns, getting that momentum back? You guys, despite trailing early, probably felt really good in the locker room, right? What was that first half and halftime like for you?
Yeah, the first half, you know, going down 17, but like we ain't sit down. You know, like we still knew we had a lot of football left to play, and we always try to play 4 quarters of football, like play that fourth quarter just how we'll play that first quarter. So, you know, don't let the foot off the gas, or don't take and then we're going into halftime. We knew getting those 2 touchdowns that we'd get some momentum going, and the defense was able to go out there and get a stop. So we was just ready to get out of the locker room for halftime. You know, ready to get back on the field because we had a little momentum going.
A lot of great plays, a lot of great key moments the other night. One of those, Julius Wood turning an interception into a touchdown. And Jeremy, you were Mr. Do-It-All at South Central, playing both sides of the ball. And we looked it up the other night on the post game. It looked like Julius Wood played some receiver in high school and growing up. And, man, he showed off those ball skills on that return. And I know you were part of the convoy leading him into the end zone. So how about that play? That was a huge play on Saturday.
That was crazy. I asked him right after. I said, "Hey, I know you must have returned some punts in high school or something." But no, he made 3 people miss, and it was a great play. You know, being in the right spot at the right time, tip drill, catching that pick, and you know, we was able to get points on the board on the defensive side of the ball. Something we've been trying to preach, something that we've been trying to do, and we was finally able to get that done. So, you know, that was good for our defense, good for our team, get the momentum back in our favor. And, you know, and I was trying to lead block, but there was some big boys out there, but we got in there.
Is that something you work on in practice, Jeremy? Not just forcing turnovers, but once you do, let's turn into offensive players. Let's block. Let's get in the end zone because, man, it looked like all you guys knew right when Julius started going towards the Pirate end zone what to do. So is that something you're prepared for after a turnover?
Yeah, it's something we prepare for. Definitely, it's a want to. It's a mindset kind of thing. You know, flip that switch, come from a defensive standpoint to an offensive standpoint. And, you know, turn around and, you know, do what's best for the team. Take on a block and try to get your teammate in the end zone. So yeah, it's something we practice.
Jeremy Lewis joining us. Man, another great performance too from Keaton Mitchell on the offensive side, and a lot of the guys. But Keaton, I think 29 carries, 4 catches the other night. Was huge in overtime, and I did see too that Rajay tweeted out 47. That was the number of points. Nice little tribute there to Rajay with him out for the season. But man, Keaton Mitchell was a warrior on the offensive side for you guys.
Oh, most definitely. You know, I've seen him make some plays. You know, seen him do some things in the game that we've seen him do in practice, and it was just crazy on that 2-point conversion. We literally had the same situation like that, similar in practice, gave him the ball in open space. He made somebody miss and walked in the end zone. So, like, when I seen him catch that ball, I just already knew what was about to go down. But he was able to showcase that speed, you know, do what he does, and he's an amazing player, you know, one of the best in the country. And, yeah, shout out to Rod, too. I didn't even realize that he was 7 points.
Yeah. Keep scoring 47 a game. Y'all should be all right, Jeremy.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeremy Lewis joining us on the Pit Electric Live Line. It's the Delcor Players Lounge here on a Monday. Jeremy, were you fully aware of the overtime rules? Because we had a lot of people, you know, listening, calling in after the game that were kind of unaware of the format. That's the first time East Carolina's been in that situation in the third and fourth overtime where you only go 2-point conversion. So did you know that was the format in overtime? It's kind of a new rule.
Yeah, Coach Houston keeps us very much prepared for situations like that. You know, we practice those situations during the summer, during the spring, and, you know, we were ready for it. The only really thing that shocked me is that, like, once you switch over from a first overtime to a second overtime, the defense had to go back to back, or the offense had to go back to back. You know, I forgot about that rule, so that had surprised me. But other than that, we knew about the whole 2-point situations. We practiced that almost every week, so you know we was ready for it.
Well, let's talk about that more from an offensive perspective. How many 2-point plays do you got? What's your best 2-point play? How about defensively? When you're preparing for a team each week, Jeremy, or you're going over that from a defense perspective, right? Like, here's what Memphis has done in the past on 2-point plays. If they give you this look, all that. So you guys are probably going through a lot of different 2-point plays from them going into the game, right?
Yeah, sir. We got great coaching staff. You know, they do their research. Coach L, go back. It don't matter 5 years, 10 years. He'll find a 2-point play from that team, and you know we'll price that up, see what they ran. See if they ran any that year. And, you know, a lot of teams don't like to mimic, but, you know, you'll go, we'll practice, and, like, this is what we'll get. And then you'll be surprised that exactly, like, the play that we practice is the exact play that we get. So, you know, those guys do a great job preparing us. And, you know, we had our calls down. We had our calls ready for what they was going to do when we went out there and we executed.
Jeremy Lewis joining us. Jeremy, a new name for Pirate fans to get to know, played on Saturday night, and we didn't know his name until last Monday. We actually had a caller call in and say, hey, watch out for this Andrew Conrad. He's a really good kicker. He kicked a 50-yarder against my high school. And we're like, all right, man, whatever. And then we see him out there on the field, and he's able to knock in some extra points for you. And Owen Daffer's won some games for the Pirates in the past, and now Andrew Conrad stepping up. So nice to see a new face hitting some kicks the other night.
Yeah, it was good to see him, you know, go in and, you know, take care of business. I told him congratulations that he made his first kick. You know, that's a big thing for him. He was able to knock some of the nerves off, and, you know, he came in and he was able to, you know, be 100%.
Jeremy Lewis joining us, man. A huge one coming up Saturday. It'll be under the lights once again. It's a blackout. I think you like the black unis, right, Jeremy? You're cool with them.
Yes, sir. I love the black unis.
It's gonna be fun coming up Saturday night. Have you started to dive into UCF? They got a high-powered offense. Going to be chasing around the quarterback. What have you seen so far on the Knights coming in?
Yeah, they got a real fast quarterback, real fast receivers, and they let them run the ball, RPO game. So, you know, we got to be prepared, be on our cues, do our job, and execute.
Jeremy, appreciate you joining us, man. Great game the other night, and get some rest, get some practice in, do what you got to do, and we'll talk to you again next Monday, man. Fantastic work the other night.
Thank you.
Jeremy Lewis joining us, Pit Electric Live Line here on the Delcor Players Lounge. Jeremy getting a sack the other night, also had to get helped off the field at one point because these guys played a lot of snaps and a lot of physical snaps against the Memphis Tigers. A 4-overtime victory for the Pirates. A little history. Longest East Carolina football game as far as overtimes go, and as far as the length of the time, 3 hours and 49 minutes. We were with you until beyond 2 a.m., I believe, the other night on the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, and we'll be right back at it again. Shirley, if you can hit the fifth quarter theme to get me fired up. We'll be here late night coming up on Saturday night.
Sing along, everybody.
That was...
Oh, my.
That was actually before the show even began. That was while we were watching the end of the game. Getting a little loony here.
Good call on the watch-along. We were able to... I mean, the game went on for so long. That clip was like, hey, let's do a watch-along. And I was like, all right, let's do it. So we hopped on and watched the Pirates win in 4 overtime.
Got some good feedback on that. And if the game is close coming up this week, we'll probably do the same.
Yeah, sounds good.
Had fun. I hate it because we're so far behind on our stream, so we had to avoid the chat during the show.
And you have spoiling in here too. You got to be careful with her.
I gotta say, Shirley has done a good job with that. I wish she would just come watch it with us.
I know.
In fact, next time I'm going to ask you to do that.
Okay.
But you've done a good job because your feed is ahead of ours for whatever reason.
By like 20, by about 10 seconds maybe. 15.
Close to 15, yeah.
So moving forward, we need to watch it in the same room just for. Although last week it worked out in the Pirates' favor, maybe we shouldn't switch anything? I don't know. We'll figure it out.
The thing is that the first couple of times I started doing it, where part of the reason is because it's difficult for me to see the TV from in here. And since I have to start the show from this side of the glass, I stay in here and I just pull it up on the computer and watch it over here. Well, of course, the feed is a lot faster. So the first couple of times I did it, Clip got mad at me because I already knew what happened. He hadn't seen it yet.
You did it for a Braves game, I believe.
Yeah, I did it for a Braves game, and I didn't. And he got so upset with me. He said, "Please don't do that." And I was like, "Okay." Sometimes
please don't.
No. Sometimes he'll yell at me, "Pause it! So we can catch up. But and I really wished I had. Whatever, God, was that the Braves game? No, it was the Alabama. It was the Alabama-Tennessee game. I already knew what happened. Alabama had picked off a ball. Tennessee was in the red zone. Alabama picks off the ball, runs it back, but there's a penalty. And I already knew what happened, but I didn't say a word. And I looked, and I was scrambling to grab my phone and get the camera ready because I wanted to see his reaction. And you went from elated... No, you went from oh no to oh yeah to oh no in 2.3 seconds, and it was fantastic. And nobody saw it because I didn't get my camera ready in time.
Got to give a shout out to Pirate Radio Live's A1 sports guy, Chandler Honeycutt. Great call on Tennessee beating Alabama. You are the sports guy on this program.
And by the way, not just calling Tennessee. I called Syracuse to beat NC State.
Yes, you
so
did.
I am 2-0 on the week.
Favorite. Nobody cares about that. I'm giving you credit. Just take the credit. Syracuse was the favorite in that game.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm giving you credit for Tennessee, a 7-point underdog, winning outright.
Thanks.
As they would.
Appreciate it. I am the sports guy, Chandler Honeycutt.
All right. So we'll have more of the sports guys' picks coming up Wednesday.
Oh, Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good. Old Rocky Top. Woo! Rocky Top, Tennessee.
The goalpost ended up in the river or something, didn't
it sure did.
And a goalpost down by the river. Another reason I wanted Bama to win, not only for my own selfish interest, but this is kind of selfish. I wanted to not have to call you a sports guy and rub it in your face. It's always fun when you got somebody to, go against. So, yeah. Chan Man wins out.
Your mom said, way to go, Chan Man, big cheese, sports guy.
Jesus Christ. How do you, remove a post or block a post from,
the comments? Why would you want to get rid of your mom's comments?
Yeah, you can't get rid of your mom's comments no more than Chandler can get rid of his mom's comments.
Way to go, Chan Man, big cheese, sports guy.
Y'all just be glad my mom isn't in this chat room.
Yo, mama.
Yo, mama.
My mom can be brutal.
Is it still showing up there?
Yeah.
I hit something.
And you actually deleted the comment?
It said hide comment. I wanted to know if it hit it from everybody. All positive.
Oh,
nope. It's still up there because it says this. It says, way to go, Chan Man, big cheese, sports guy.
Oh, you in trouble.
You stupid.
You ugly.
You ugly.
You gonna get it when you get home.
Surely I don't live with my parents anymore. All right.
She said, I'll hide you.
Ooh.
Oh!
All right, go to break. We'll come back and have more for you. We'll wrap up. Let's talk a little NFL. We'll get into more of the Players Lounge in hour 3, but we have a trade. There's been a trade. And if you watch yesterday's Panthers game, you can probably figure out who was traded. Although I can't imagine why another team would want this guy. But we'll talk about that and more when we return on Pirate Radio Live on a Monday. Back with you after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Jeff, how's the service department?
Service is going great. Like I told you before, 2022 is the year of the customer. We've been voted #1 dealership in Greenville for 3 years in a row, and there's a reason why. For service, we still offer free pickup and drop-off, so we're trying to make it super convenient for the customer. And right now, our customers are repairing their vehicles more than ever.
How can people make a service appointment?
They can go to brownwood.net or dial 355-6080.
Are you ready for some football, Pirate Nation? Bud Light is America's favorite light beer and the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times this football season, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Bud Light carefully brews their beer to be perfect for anywhere there's fun. Because when there's fun, Bud Light is there. Get ready to have fun this season, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Will the you of tomorrow be happy with the you of today? It all depends on the decisions the you of today makes. For instance, the you of today has an excellent career opportunity with Delcor Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. The pay is great, very competitive with other HVAC companies. Plus, you could get a $1,500 sign-on bonus. The you of tomorrow will enjoy some time away because Delcor also offers paid vacation. Most HVAC companies don't. And since the you of today has some experience, Delcor might just hire you on the spot.
Delcor is hiring 12 experienced HVAC and plumbing professionals immediately. You must have a valid driver's license, ability and desire to work, and legally eligible to work in the U.S. Delcor offers a sign-on bonus up to $1,500, plus one of the best benefits packages in the industry, including health insurance, paid vacation, and retirement options. Learn more at DelcorInc.com. That's DelcoRinc.com.
The you of tomorrow will thank the you of today for getting a job at Delcor. Delcor is an equal opportunity employer.
Whether you're at the worksite or the trailhead, you need an ATV with power and performance, technology to make every job easier, and a time-tested promise of quality and dependability. You need the 2022 Honda 4Trax lineup, available now at Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11 north of the airport in Greenville. Then you'll learn how life is better on a Honda ATV. For riders 16 years old and older, Honda recommends that all ATV riders take a training course and read the owner's manual thoroughly.
Tired and sluggish? Down in the dumps? Or do you just have the blahs? Well, maybe you need to hydrate. Revive Health and Wellness offers IV hydration, which can help you with lack of energy, improve your mood, assist with immunity, and even fix a hangover. Call today to set up an appointment at 350-1805. Locally owned and operated by Samantha Casper, Revive Health and Wellness has a new location and is ready to serve you. Stop by at 2459 Emerald Place in Greenville or go online at revivehealthwellness.org.
Hey, Ellerby, have you tried our new menu at Clean Eats?
I was planning on going there today. Tell me what's new.
First of all, you're going to love our new melts. A melts is a quesadilla folded over like a sandwich full of things like beef and queso and chicken parm.
Scott, tell me you got more.
Man, I do. We have pretzel bites with queso, our fabulous meat and taters wrap, and we even have Clean Eats mac and cheese, complete with beef or chicken on top.
It all sounds awesome. I'm going to head over there now.
Fantastic. I hope to see everybody at Clean Eats, 805 Red Banks Road, Arlington Village.
Ahoy, mateys! It's Captain Jack Spare of R&R Tire Express. We're here to serve our pirate community by offering easy payments for easy ownership. For you landlubbers, R&R will install a new set of tires for just $20. $50 installs new custom wheels and tires. To learn more about R&R, stop by 3920 US 264 or rnrtires.com.
Pirate Radio. The voice of the Pirate Nation.
1, 2, 3,
You're listening listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Greenville Utilities Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their utility costs, and you can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation, and GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip Brock.
Alrighty, back with you here, Pirate Radio Live. Victory Monday. Awesome to be on the show after a Pirate win, and YouTube watcher Gregory agrees. He says, greetings from Oregon. Even though all the shows are great, the Monday shows after a win are always better. Keep up the good work. They are, and I think now when I'm rooting for ECU on Saturdays, it's not even because I'm an alum and a fan. It's because a win means a fun fifth quarter and a fun Monday edition of Pirate Radio Live. A loss means a miserable fifth quarter, and I have to ask the players about losing a football game, which leads to a miserable Monday Pirate Radio Live. So right now, my Saturday evenings and Mondays are determined by what these 18 to 22-year-olds, or in Luke Larson's case, 30-year-olds do on the football field.
Yeah, I'm like you, Clip. The other night while we were doing this watch along, you could kind of see me sitting there like this, just, thinking to myself. And, of course, I'm sitting there thinking, like, I don't want to lose. Of course, I don't want the Pirates to lose. You lose that game, your season's basically in the can. I mean, you can make a miracle run, but with the stretch that we have coming up with some teams, I knew if we lost that, your bowl game is going to be a steep staircase to climb. But I was thinking about the miserable night we were going to have on the fifth quarter call-in show up until 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, which, by the way, I ended the stream on Saturday night, Sunday morning at 1:59 a.m.
We should have gone one more minute.
I was kind of hoping we would.
Dang, that's on me.
To end right at 2 o'clock. But I was just thinking to myself, man, if we lose this game, it's going to be a miserable day or a miserable night / morning. And then Monday, it's like you said. I mean, we're rooting for East Carolina for our livelihoods, for our jobs on Saturday nights and Mondays afternoons.
Chandler, can you give me some NFL music?
Bum bum ba-da-bum bum.
Charlie, can you turn that pot down a little bit? That music. Recapping the NFL on Sunday, and feel free to switch songs. No, I like Chandler doing it. Can you feel free to switch songs and different networks while I'm talking? Okay?
Now I got to think about how the other ones sound.
All right, well, I'll do it, and you can read the scores if you want.
Okay.
All right. Well, tell me when you got the scores ready. We'll sit in silence till then. Sometimes I like to just relax and sit in silence. It's nice. Close my eyes. Somebody answer the phone. I'm trying to sit in silence.
All right, you ready?
Give me 10 more seconds.
Jonathan's going to freak out because he's going to hear dead air.
Is this not peaceful, though?
It is.
Gosh, this is
But
nice.
it'll cause certain people to panic. We don't need that.
Fine. All right, here we go. I'll start with yours. Chandler, just run down the scores from Sunday on the Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by Buck.
All right, taking a look at some scores in the NFL on Sunday. The Falcons upsetting the 49ers. 49ers coming off of a win at Carolina. Falcons beat them by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. How about Bailey Zappi, 24 for 34, 309 yards, 2 touchdowns. He leads the Patriots over the Browns on the road, 38-15. The Jets with a huge win on the road at Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 26 for 41, 246 yards and a touchdown. Cannot do it. The rookie, Breece Hall for the Jets, 20 carries, 116 yards, and 1 touchdown on the day as the Jets win 27-10. Jaguars and Colts. get a win, a must-win after a ugly game against the Broncos on Thursday night last week. 34-27 was that score. Vikings and Dolphins. Vikings, which, by the way, I had winning. They win 24-16. Teddy Bridgewater was back in the lineup. 23-34, 329 yards, 2 touchdowns. Was not enough as they lose 24-16 to the Vikings. Bengals go on the road to the Saints. 30-20. Can you turn down the pot a little bit? There you go. Bengals go on the road and beat the Saints. Thank you, Jesus, because I hate the Saints in our division. 30-26 was that score. Ravens upset by the Giants, 24-20. How about the Giants? They moved to 5-1 on the season. The NFC East might be the best division in football. We shall see. So Giants getting a big win at home in Brian DeBall's first year as the Giants head coach. 20-18. Steelers Nation, rise up. Steelers Nation, let's rise. 20-18 was that final score. Buccaneers losing. Tom Brady going through divorce. He wants to continue to play football for some reason. 25-40, 243 yards and a touchdown in a losing effort for Tom Brady and the Bucs. 20-18 was that score. Panthers suck still without Matt Rule. No offensive touchdown. I don't think they've had an offensive touchdown in 4 games. 24-10. Cooper Kupp is the real deal. He is insane. Matthew Stafford is still having a Super Bowl hangover. 253 yards from Matt Stafford and a touchdown. The Cardinals. I also chose the Seahawks to beat the Cardinals. It was a battle of the birds. Seahawks get it done at home, 19-9 over the Cardinals. It was the game of the year. Everybody was ready to see this game at 4:30. You know it's a good game when Tony Romo and Jim Nantz are on the call. It was the Bills and the Chiefs. How about that leap from Josh Allen? Sets up the Bills, gets the score, 24-20. Stephon Diggs, thank you, Jesus, he's on my fantasy team. 10 receptions, 148 yards, and a touchdown for Stephon Diggs.
All right, Shirley, now we're going to play Name That Tune.
Beat the Chiefs 24-20. And then last night, Sunday night, NFL football, the Eagles are on a roll. They're still undefeated, 26-17 over the Dallas Cowboys. That has been a look at your scoreboard and the scores on that scoreboard, brought to you by the Buccaneer Music Hall, presented by the Bucs.
Who's playing tonight?
And there you go. Here we have it. The Chargers are at home against, who is it? What's that smell? What's that stinky smell I smell?
I smell dumpster juice?
What's that smell? It smells like dumpster juice. That's right. It's the Denver Broncos making their 4th appearance on primetime for the year. Why? I have not a clue, but it's Chargers hosting the Broncos tonight.
Great recap, Chandler. Boy, looking at the chat, they really enjoyed it. So we will do that every Monday now. I'll have my songs ready to go for next week. This was all stemmed by us doing the 5th quarter theme. Hit that one more time before we take a break, Shirley Rhodes, from the other night. That was fun. Oh, hold on. Because we were on one. On one, on one, on one.
We were on one.
Do-do-do-do-do.
I just love how aggressive it got.
That was a cappella, by the way. That was with no background music.
Yeah, there was no music playing when you did that. As a matter of fact, I was sitting in the other room, or in here, and I was just looking at y'all like y'all have lost your minds.
Because we had. Coming up tomorrow on Pirate Radio Live, one of our favorite redheaded friends, one of our favorite gingers, will be joining us. Zach Maskovich will be back on Pirate Radio Live. He covers UCF down in Orlando now. So we'll catch up with the former WNCT weekend sports anchor, the Mask Man, Zach Maskovich, tomorrow.
Is there going to be a prop on how long the national anthem is going to be?
Hey-o. How long will the band take to play the national anthem? We'll talk to Zach Maskovich about that coming up on Tuesday. All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we will hear from Double B Brian Bailey, also Isaiah Winstead going to join us. Big hour 3 on tap. Also, we got a giveaway for you. Get the week started off right. All that and more on the way on Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. Back with you after this.
So how does short points work?
Well, like Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So how does short points work?
Well, like Jersey Mike's, 6 regular number 13s plus 3 giant number 7s equals a free regular number 13. So Pepsi and Lay's now earn more points towards free subs.
That adds up.
Exactly. Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey Pirate Nation, Lindsey Gray here with Carolina Caliber. In 1960, my granddaddy started his firearm business right here in Eastern NC. Still family owned and operated, we have the area's largest selection for outdoor shooting sports and accessories and are one of the nation's top firearm dealers. At Carolina Caliber, we have everything you need from hunting, home defense, and personal protection, including a wide variety for ladies and youth. We buy, sell, and trade. It's a time-honored tradition. Visit us at Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville.
Hi, this is Jeff Charles for my friends at Ed Watkins Marine. I've known Ed personally for years, covering his winning performances on the football field and on NASCAR's pit road. Now Ed is winning on the water, and you get to win too. You win with awesome prices on boats from Ed Watkins Marine, and of course, great service after the sale. If you're looking for a new boat, contact Ed Watkins Marine today. They will deliver anywhere. Find them online at edwatkinsmarine.com and tell them The Voice sent you.
Be sure to check out David Price Construction for all of your commercial or custom residential renovation and building needs. Run by ECU alumni, David Price Construction specializes in commercial projects, maintenance on facilities, and large-scale residential renovations and additions. Proud to be voted the Remodeler of the Year by the Home Builders Association of Raleigh-Wake County in 2018 and Best Business Commercial Remodel Project winner for 2020. David Price Construction, the proud ECU Home Services partner.
Better ingredients, better pizza, better brace yourself because this right here is a Papa John's Papa Bowl. No crust, just piping hot toppings and melty cheese in an oven-baked bowl. Better ingredients, better pizza, now in a bowl, Papa John's.
Hey, Pirate fans, brace yourself for the brand new Papa Bowls for only $7.99. The new Papa Bowls are an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Holt Nailers for my friends at ArcPoint Labs. Just as I trust my teammates, you can trust ArcPoint Labs to give you quick and accurate results for your laboratory testing needs. ArcPoint Labs provides insights and solutions to enable individuals, businesses, and communities to make informed decisions on their health, safety, and well-being. Visit any of the 6 Eastern North Carolina ArcPoint Labs locations or go to arcpointlabs.com. Go Pirates!
When I need jeans, I order online because I know exactly what I want. They have just one moving part, and if there's something wrong, I exchange them. Buying a vehicle, especially pre-owned, is way different. Lots of moving parts. You don't want to get stuck. For a worry-free purchase, visit Phelps Chevrolet. We've been here in town a very long time. You know us. You know we stand behind everything we sell. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Come get you one.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. To get the business services that are right for your business today, contact the team of experienced local bankers at First Bank. The team includes bankers you can trust like Ashley Capps, Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nesbitt. First Bank, together with their customers, they're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive. First Bank on Arlington Boulevard in Greenville. Now let's head back in to Pirate Radio Live. Here is your host, Clip Rock.
Welcome back into Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday, a Players Lounge edition of the program. Got more players to get to in a moment. Right now, we will talk to Double B, Brian Bailey, WNCT Channel 9 Sports Director, host of the Brian Bailey Show, joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Bailey, how you doing on this Victory Monday for the Pirates?
It's a Victory Monday for East Carolina after 4 overtimes on Saturday night. That was fun.
Is it a moral victory for the Cowboys? Moral victory Monday, or
I think it's losing Monday for the Cowboys. I don't think there are any moral victories. I think they did make a nice comeback. Yeah, they just. I'll take 4-1 with Cooper Rush because I thought the season was over after the first game against Tampa Bay. They played so badly and they didn't do anything right, and Dak was going to be out for a while. But supposedly Dak's going to come back for the Lions game this week, so we'll see what happens.
While we're on the topic, we'll start there. And I was telling you earlier that I wish my team was worth a darn because it is kind of fun to have the NFC East back and good again and games that matter. They always stick these games on primetime, and no matter if the teams are good or bad, it's pretty. I mean, that was a great atmosphere in Philly. You mentioned it earlier off the air. The Sirianni talking junk during the game.
He was talking junk.
Wearing his capri pants out there on the field. So it adds a little something to it when these teams are good.
It really does, and that's what that's what I grew up on. Probably what you grew up on. I mean, when the teams were good, and if you lose one, to your rival, then you're thinking, okay, we got to figure out a way to get the split. And then and if you are able to do that, and you have a good enough record, then you win the division, go in the playoffs, and that kind of thing. But everybody's chasing Philadelphia right now. I think the Eagles are good. I think they'll hit a bump in the road at some point, and I think that Dallas gets one more shot at them. We'll see what happens.
I think I grew up. I missed it by a little bit. I think I missed the really good days because when I was growing up, when I really got into football, it was the dynasty for Dallas. So it was Dallas and everybody else. 2000s. And we might forget because they never won a Super Bowl in that era, but Philly kind of dominated the East with Andy Reid, Donovan McNabb for years and years. The Giants were never great, but had a couple of Super Bowls, and then there's my team. Yeah, who hadn't done much at all. But yeah, it's fun that it's back, and those Giants keep winning. And you look at their schedule; they could lose all these games, but their next 4 games before they have a showdown with the Cowboys, very winnable for a New York team that's only lost 1 game this year.
And that'll be Thanksgiving. Giants and Cowboys, I think Thanksgiving.
That'd be huge.
So that'll be fun to watch. When I saw that come out early on, you're thinking, hopefully the Cowboys will be good. The Giants won't be.
Giants will probably be tanking by then.
Right.
Daniel Jones out.
Then the Cowboys can't win on Thanksgiving all of a sudden. So now they're going to face a team that's pretty good. But Dallas was able to beat the Giants the first time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the only team that has a better record or a similar record to one of the top teams is Minnesota's 5-1. Everybody else in the whole NFC is 3-3 or worse, except for the Eagles at 6-0, the Giants at 5-1, the Cowboys at 4-2.
Wow, yeah, it's
crazy.
One of those years right now. The other day game for Thanksgiving is Lions and Bills. So, and the Lions play all these close games and score a lot. So that could be a great,
that could be fun.
Great Thanksgiving. Something to look forward to.
Already looking ahead to Turkey Day. We're only in October.
Yeah, let's enjoy each week while we can, right? And we'll enjoy another Pirate football Saturday, another late one, another long one coming up this Saturday. But if the Pirates win, I don't mind it. We had a lot of fun late night, early morning on the U.S. Sailor 5th Quarter call-in show talking about the quadruple overtime victory for the Pirates.
And think about the swings in that game. The Pirates are down 10-0. They fake the punt. It looked, being there like, oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? And talking to people afterwards, apparently it was open. One guy did read it from Memphis, but if a block had been made, it would have gone maybe for a touchdown. But then you look at it's 17-0, and you're thinking, oh, and then the Pirates make the comeback. And then when you get in the overtime, look at the swings in the overtime because and I talked about it earlier on my show. I really don't like the overtime rules. I don't know what the answer is because Coach Shank brought up some good points. You know, he had guys on the offensive line go 85 snaps. Well, if they play a normal type of overtime and go a couple of more overtimes, they're in the 100, 110.
But you don't care. You want to kill the guys.
I just want to kill them all. No, I just don't like. I don't want to cheapen the game, and I think going for twos cheapens it somewhat. But you know, why not put it at the 10 and just keep doing like normal?
Okay,
I mean, that's going to cut down a little bit.
So that would be your fix?
No, I think my fix in thinking about it more is I would make every team go for two the whole time in overtime. So in overtime, if you score a touchdown, you got to go for two. Now, after you get through the second one, and basically that's only changing the first overtime. The first overtime, you can do whatever you want. Second overtime, you got to go for two. Third overtime is just 2-point conversions, from here on out. But
So what are you changing?
I just don't like. I'm changing
one extra point.
No, I'm changing that, and then if I can change everything else, the third overtime, I'm putting the ball at the 10-yard line.
All right, Brian Bailey's fix to overtime football.
I'm going to make it better.
How do you fix NFL overtime?
Well, in the NFL,
do you like the way it is now? If the team scores a touchdown, it's over?
I think both teams should get a shot. I still think that. They've got it almost right because if you get a field goal, then they get the ball back. Better than it was, but
I don't really like, and I get it, it's probably a player safety thing, but making it 10 minutes leads to more ties.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that either. Yeah, I think you got to...
Don't even put a clock up there, right?
That's what I would say. I would say, just don't put the clock up there. But, again, you're looking at guys getting a lot of snaps. Somebody gets hurt. So I understand, the safety part of it. But we've come a long way with the safety in football. You remember, and this was way before your time, so you don't remember. You may have read about it. But back in the day, the Super Bowl champion would play a college all-star team in a football game in late July. And now we can't even play a Pro Bowl because
there's just so much money. And guys are tied into their team.
Right.
Like owners and coaches don't want those guys.
No, they don't want to do it. But
and as a fan, I really don't either. Like, if I knew everybody could get through it healthy, sure, I watch football year round. But I don't want a guy that's important to my team, tearing an ACL in July. Like, that is meaningless.
But that was so cool. Vince Lombardi and the Packers playing a college all-star team, and but yeah, we've gone full circle with that baby, and now the Pro Bowl is going to be an obstacle course, I think,
which is fine.
I
good.
Agree. I mean, because what they had done to the Pro Bowl,
and
the same thing with if you look at an NBA All-Star game like when Larry Bird and Magic Johnson played, they played defense, and they played like now it wasn't great defense, but it was still defense. Now it's like throw the ball, slam it. Throw the ball, slam it. Yeah,
they'll play like the last 2 minutes kind of real, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So, but it's kind of it's an exhibition, I guess, and they are treating it as such, not a real game.
That.
But man, this football team, a lot of bumps and bruises. We talked to Jeremy Lewis earlier this morning and had it on the show, but he is one of the many Pirates that was helped off the field at one point the other night and still came back, finished the game. So those guys, and that's a lot of the phone calls we got, Bailey, the Pirate pride, the pride that the team put into the ECU fans the other night for gutting it out, gritting it out. We had a lot of people really emotional after that game calling in.
Yeah, and I think for good reason, because this has been a season so far that coulda, shoulda, woulda. You look back at the state game, you get a field goal at the end, you win that game. Who knows where the season goes? The Navy game, and we said it when the Pirates lost those games, that you're chasing those losses all year long. That's basically what you're doing, trying to catch up. And had you lost this one in 4 or 5 overtimes, just on how crushing that would be. But you're able to win this one, and the season's still in front of you. Now, everybody talks about the 6 wins. That's not the ultimate goal, but that is certainly a big goal. You want to get to at least 6, but you love to have 7 or 8.
That's the minimum goal.
Right, the minimum goal, honestly. Exactly. That's a better way to put it. But yeah, that's because the Pirates want to go to a bowl game again, and you got to get to 6 to do that. But they've got a tough schedule. But there's no law against winning at Cincinnati or winning at BYU. They got Houston here, and they got Temple here after the UCLA.
I haven't looked at the Mormon laws. Are you sure we can win there?
That's true. I'm not sure what we're going to get when we get there either.
Played a classic there years ago, last time we were out there. And how about their schedule? I mean, they're taking on Arkansas this past Saturday.
Yeah.
Like they have a tough schedule every single week, the BYU Cougars. You talked about game-changing plays the other night, the momentum shifts, not just the defense getting stops, but How about the defense turning defense into offense?
That was awesome.
The Julius Wood play, and even the Malik Fleming return probably gets overlooked. He had a long return, too.
It did get overlooked.
A touchdown when you needed it going into half to keep the momentum going.
That one got overlooked a little bit just because of the way the game went. But Wood, man, when he picked that pass off and then he just went into offensive mode, I thought he was watching a video game.
That
He was
like
so good.
Some touchdown Friday where your best player is going both ways, and that he returned to his high school glory days.
He did, and that was fun to watch, and a huge play. And he's the defensive player of the week this week in the American Athletic. I didn't realize he had 11 tackles.
Yeah, team leader in tackles as well, and has been so good forcing fumbles this year. So good for him. He has been. I've been asking, is there a star on defense? I don't know if he's necessarily like a star NFL player, but I would say going into the year to now, he has been maybe the guy, not out of nowhere, but a really big bright spot.
Oh,
for
very
defense.
big. Yeah, very big bright spot, and that was a huge play in that game.
UCF puts up a ton of points. Shout out to me and JK on the fifth quarter. We were guessing the line. He said it would be 3.5, 4. I said 6.5, and I think it came out or it is right now around 5 in between that.
I've seen 4.5 and I've seen 5.
Yeah, is that fair, Bailey? Is that
very
what
fair?
you think?
Yeah, very fair. That's about, when you look at what UCF has done. I didn't realize that UCF, this is only their second road game of the year. I didn't realize that they hadn't been out of the state of Florida.
That's a good point. You were bringing that up earlier, kind of saying, wait, they were home.
Yeah,
and then we realized Boca Raton from Orlando is that's the longest trip they've made.
That's the longest trip they've made, and so and we all know what all those home games, it can take a toll on you because we had those 4 in a row to start the season. The Pirates finished 2-2 in those and could have been 4-0 in those games. But I think that's an interesting aspect to this game. And UCF put 70 on Temple. I did not see that game. I kind of was doing some stuff, and I looked around and saw it was, early on it was close, and then later on it was just a big blowout. But they put 70 on the board. As Coach Shanks said, UCF historically, since they left Conference USA, they've just got this great team speed. And somebody else said against Temple, they looked really, really fast. But as Coach Shank also said, they looked at the film, and last year they should have won that game. The Pirates should have beaten UCF last year.
Did a great job against them defensively last year, and you repeat that feat. You got a shot to beat them this year. Talking to BB, Brian Bailey, Josh Heupel. I thought it was a weird hire at Tennessee. Just didn't know if he had done enough at UCF to get that job. And how about where they are right now after knocking off Bama? And Bailey, you were out there. I don't know if you got a chance to watch it or anything. That was one of the best college football games I've ever watched.
They had it on the scoreboard, and so while I was waiting for you, you were 20 minutes late coming to me. I was watching the game, though. I'm just kidding. I was standing there. Really, you asked what I was doing. I was watching the guys warm up, and I was watching the game on that big screen, and that was. And I said this to 3 or 4 people. I said, nothing against being here, because I love being here, but that's one of those games you like to be on your couch. Sitting around watching because that game had so many big plays, and then the missed field goal by Alabama, the field goal that it was tipped and it just kind of waddled in. I mean, talk about a knuckleball. You could not have caught that football if you had to, because that daggone ball was just wobbling.
Saw a great view from right behind the goalpost, and it just got over it. Just got over there to win that game. That was awesome. What a Saturday, too, in sports. So you had TCU, Oklahoma State playing a huge Big 12 game that went into triple overtime. You had the Mariners and Astros playing 18 innings, a 1-0 game. Like, that was a day for the ages there. It capped off with a 4 overtime game at Dowdy Ficklin.
That's like little Luke comes to, he came to the game this week, and he got upstairs. He calls me Pops, and he said, Pops has 2 big TVs. And so we put one of his cartoons on one of them, and we were watching some college football on the other one. But, yeah, that's the kind of day you want to put a little baseball on one, a little football on the other, or whatever you can do, because that was just a great sports day. And then Dowdy Ficklin, that was the dessert. I mean, at night, that was, and again, the ebbs and flows of that game, down 17-0, and you think, oh my goodness, what's happening now? And because when you get down 17-0, you're in a situation. It's not panic mode, but if you make one more mistake, you're pretty much done. I mean, it's 17-0 is hard to come back from. But
and Memphis is the one that made the mistakes. They were giving us some freebies there.
They gave up up that 19-point lead the week before against Houston in the fourth quarter. They're up 17 early against East Carolina, and then the way they lose it, in the fourth overtime. Now, they had some tight ends. I think you'll see those guys playing on Sunday maybe. Yeah. Those guys were good.
And they right now, we do the woulda, shoulda, coulda.
Right.
Every team in the country does it.
Right.
They would be probably like 18, 20 in the nation right now if they'd have won these last two games.
Yeah. I mean,
their only loss would have been to, I think, Mississippi State early in the year.
Yeah.
And would have been flawless other than that. So, man.
It just goes to show you. But I thought I was really impressed. And I agree with what Coach Shanks said. He says, I think they'll win some more games down the road. Yeah. They're very, very talented, very good. So.
Still waiting to see, is Cincinnati going to trip up to somebody, Bailey? Because I still think that there's a lot of losses to be had in the AAC. Shout out to Tulane, by the way.
Right.
Top 25. First time since 1998.
Yeah, that's great for them, and that's when you look at the shoulda, coulda, woulda game. If the Pirates had beaten State, that's a nationally ranked team. That's why that one hurts so badly. And then if you get the Navy win, you're the only loss you've had is to Tulane, and Tulane is the only game of this schedule so far that East Carolina, they got beat by a better team on that day.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Tulane's always going to be better than East Carolina if they played 10 times, but on that day Tulane was better.
Yeah. No, you're right. And speaking of 1998, Tennessee up there at the top of the standings. Syracuse was really good back then.
Yeah.
They are in the top 25. They are undefeated. Top 15 now. I hadn't looked today, but
that's hard to believe.
They just knocked off NC State, and right now the Orange is ruling the ACC. The only two undefeated teams are Clemson and Cuse.
And you think about NC State and all that they've gone through this year, and losing your quarterback. You can set your team up to have a magical season. And that's why they're so magical, because even when you're set up for one, it doesn't mean it's automatic. And I think that's what we're seeing at State now, because they struggled a little bit. They couldn't get it done against Clemson, and they lose their quarterback for the year. And so, this is not going to be the season that they thought it would be.
Good to see the Conley Vikings get back on track, BB, on Friday night. How many games we got left here of the high school schedule?
We got 2 weeks in the regular season, if I'm not mistaken. It's winding down very quickly. I'll be hosting Touchdown Friday this week, and then I'll be at the BYU game the next week. So Ken Watlington will be back in the chair. Garrett Short actually anchored this past week, did a great job. I had a chance to MC the Hall of Fame banquet at East Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
So I did the Hall of Fame banquet, and then I went over to Channel 9 and kind of helped things out and get everything ready to go for Garrett to make his debut on Touchdown Friday. So that was good.
Good interview with Marcus Crandall.
Yep. We had a chance to interview Marcus Crandall, and he was really happy with everything. I mean, he's one of those guys that from Eastern North Carolina that came to East Carolina University and flourished.
Great job on the mic on the how many items can you name? I thought you did well on that.
I appreciate that. That was fun.
And are you emceeing the Minji's Madness?
Yes, gonna do that too.
Try to get me in a shooting contest.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Yeah,
I'll
get me down there.
How much money you got?
I'll throw you a few bucks. I'll share the prize pack with you.
There you go.
I can win it.
Good.
But that's coming up next, not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Minji's Coliseum. Men's and women's basketball team is going to be a part of that. Should be a fun night.
That's a really good idea, just because we've got a new men's basketball coach. We've got all these new basketball players that we really don't know who they are right now, and you get a chance to go out and see those guys. I had a chance to work with both teams, just like a media workshop, and I was really impressed with both teams. And they're interested and they want to do a good job on their interviews. And like I told them, in this whole era of NIL, the better you do on interviews, some sponsor sees you and say, hey, I like that young man, I like that young lady, I think she would do well, I'd like to support her a little bit more, and that's what we're looking at.
No doubt. BB, thanks for joining us. If you missed the Brian Bailey Show, just a couple of old timers talking football.
That's pretty much what it was.
Steve Shankweiler.
Coach Shank, man.
Just like they did it 35 years ago.
He did, man. He was probably, Well, I started doing radio, I guess I got in 84. I started in 87 or 88. And so he was here. He got here in 87.
Man.
So, that's been a lot of fun to see his career. And he had so many stops. I could have talked to Coach Shank for another hour.
Yeah.
Just on some other notes that I had taken. But I
know he was proud of his guys the other night. I saw Igo say, and Shank might have talked about it, that was the first game where all the 5 linemen played every snap together.
85 of them.
Man.
Yeah.
So They need some rest, but they're not getting much. They're right back on the practice field,
back
getting
at
ready
it
for the next
coming
one.
up tomorrow.
Check that interview out at 6 if you missed it earlier today. Thank you, Brian. Enjoyed it.
Got you. Thank you, man.
All right, let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Pirate Radio Live here on a Monday. We're back with you after this.
Here today with Jeff Stein from Brown & Wood. Hey, Jeff, how's inventory going?
Inventory levels are increasing. For the first time in over 45 days, we have Mazdas in stock, Buick in stock, Cadillac in stock, and GMC in stock. I highly encourage the customer to go to gmc.com, build and price their vehicle, share that with Brown & Wood, and let us place your order. We need some price protection for these customers, and you got to place an order to have that.
Brown & Wood, your #1 dealership in Greenville and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty.
There's nothing more important than protecting your family. Fire ants can cause painful allergic reactions and even death. Protect your loved ones at home where you should feel the safest. Visit pesttechofgreenville.com to learn of our once-a-year treatment to guarantee you stay fire ant free. Tested and proven effective by your Eastern North Carolina exterminating professionals at Pest Tech of Greenville. Mention the crying baby for an extra 10% off.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
You've worked hard to make your business successful, and that's why it's really important to always have a bank in your corner when you need them. This is former ECU baseball player Ashley Capps from First Bank, and our experienced team of local bankers includes Lee Watson, Bonner Latham, Chris Richards, Josh Hooten, and Heath Nisbet. To get the business services that are right for your business today, come and see someone on our team at First Bank on Arlington Boulevard here in Greenville. First Bank, together with our customers, we're creating a world where individuals and communities thrive.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers in Greenville, plus the all-new Tiebreakers in Winterville, do real burgers better than anybody. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, real burgers at its best. Everybody loves burgers.
This is Braxton Green with Angel Oak Home Loans. If you're looking to purchase a home, it is still a great time, and being pre-qualified before you begin shopping is an advantage. At Angel Oak, we offer a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans that can fit most financial situations. To get started, contact our experienced team of Talbot Green, Joanne Weir, Wanda Hager, or myself, Braxton Green, at 751-2060.
NMLS 1719250, Equal Housing Lender.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. UniversitySportswearENC.com is your one-stop shop for all promotional products for your business. With over 1 million items to shop from, UniversitySportswearENC.com offers high-quality products at prices to fit any budget. Visit UniversitySportswearENC.com for contact information and to get shopping. UniversitySportswearENC.com, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio.
This is Ryan Jones, and you listen to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Orthopedics East in Sports Medicine has been caring for Pirate Nation and the student athletes at East Carolina University for more than 35 years and are the official team physicians for ECU. Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center provides a variety of general and specialized operative and non-operative orthopedic services to meet the needs of the patients in Eastern North Carolina. For more information, call 757-2663 or visit orthoeast.com. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Players Lounge Monday. Players Lounge presented by Delcor. They can take care of your heating, cooling, plumbing. Call 321-8868. Visit delcorinc.com. We talk to now a Pirate wide receiver on the Bolitnikoff Award watch list. Isaiah Winstead joining us. Isaiah, great game on Saturday. Got the win.
Yes, sir.
Feeling good, right?
Yes, sir.
You ever been in a 4 overtime game before?
Nah. I didn't even know how the rules work overtime.
I've been asking your teammates that today. Jeremy said he knew. Xavier said he had no clue. And this is the first time East Carolina's been involved since they changed these rules. So you were just kind of doing what they told you to do out there?
Just listening to the coaches and stuff. They was like, it was one time I think we was on the field and then they're like, we got to go back again. I'm like, what?
Yeah, back to back. That confused the other guys too. How many inside the 5 2-point plays would you say do you have in the arsenal, in the playbook?
We got a lot.
Yeah,
we got a lot. I couldn't tell you. It's a lot of them, though.
But when you get in that situation, you're not worried about running out of stuff. You got plenty to do there.
Definitely not.
Isaiah Winstead is averaging 7 catches a game for 102 yards a game, 3 touchdowns on the season. So those numbers, you don't like to talk about yourself, but those are pretty stellar numbers. You pleased so far with your performance this year?
Yes, sir. Like you said, team first. But, whatever I can do to help the team, if that's 200-yard game or 60-yard game, if I'm helping the team win, then I'm going to play my role. But as far as me, I am pleased with those numbers. And I'm just going to try to continue to get better.
I'm sure, Isaiah, some frustration sets in when you're down 17-0, and you're like, this is a big game. We got what's going on here? But you got that score at the end of the first half, and then immediately you get that pick from Malik Fleming, and it's almost like a switch flipped or something. You guys got all the momentum from that point. So what was it like trying to dig out of that hole 17-0?
I'm going to take it back to high school. We was playing in a state championship game for my high school, and they was beating us by 2 to 3 touchdowns, and it didn't really faze me. I'm confident in our team. Just when we was down by 17, I wasn't mad, nothing. I'm telling people on the side, I'm like, we gonna win. We gonna win this game. I don't know why y'all tripping. You feel me? When I scored or whatever, I went to the line, I told you, I got y'all, we gonna win this game. Don't worry. You feel me? So I was never worried, but that was a big time play by Malik, picking the ball off and giving us a chance to have even more momentum before the half. So that was good.
And did you go back and maybe get some moves from Julius Wood? He looked good running that ball in. Was able to evade 3 tacklers there?
Yeah, he looked good. I ain't never seen him with the ball in his hand. That boy turned into a running back.
You could tell he played some offense at some point in his life. That was awesome. Hey, Chandler. So what was after the touchdown? Was that peekaboo? What was going on there?
Yeah.
What did that signify? Is that a meaning behind
Spooky
it?
season. Nah, it was just peekaboo. That's it.
All right, I like it. That's cool. That's fine. We do have a suggestion. Chandler, do you want to tell him or you want me to tell him?
You tell him.
For whatever reason, Isaiah, you're one of our favorite guests. You're an interesting guy. But that time you came on the show, we were talking about Adam Sandler, and you said you seen Click.
Yeah.
And that for some reason that sticks with us. So when you get a touchdown, I don't know what would make it look cool, but if you give us a click, a remote,
but
a click, you hit the touchdown.
It could also mean hey, I'm balling out, turn on your TV.
I'm on TV. I don't know. What does he do with the ball though?
I don't know.
Yeah, we gotta think about it.
I don't even when I score. I don't even be thinking of what I'm gonna do.
I was going to ask you, did you think of the peekaboo thing? You just thought about it.
It
as
was
soon as you got
peekaboo, and it's like now you see me, now you don't.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
We was just lined up. Now we just scored.
Now I'm celebrating.
Boom. Yeah. Okay, cool. Whatever comes to mind for you, Isaiah. We like it. We did get a call from Michael Winstead after the game. He said you owe him 20 for the fumble.
Man.
Now you did take a shot to the back there.
That, boy.
That was a shot. I'm surprised you got up so fast. But who was it? Kerry King, right?
Yeah.
Way to finish the play for him. But man, you took a nice shot there. Did you feel that one?
Yeah, I definitely felt it during the game. That was a great play by my boy though. Kerry. He always hustling, throughout the week, and it showed in the game. And he haven't had a lot of opportunities this week, so. He really took full advantage of his opportunity.
Definitely. That was a huge play, keep a drive going in that situation. You guys are able to outlast Memphis the other night, and I think the team ran 84. I had it. Stephen Igo broke it down. Do you know how many plays you played the other night? It was in the 80s, I want to say.
I think I heard them say we played 80 snaps, but I don't know the exact number.
When you play that many snaps and that long of a game, do you feel any different afterwards? Was yesterday rough for you? You feeling all right?
Oh yeah, I was definitely hurting.
Yeah,
I was definitely
hurting. What do you do to go into recovery mode early in the week to get yourself ready for the end of the week? What are some things you do?
It really just depends on what I hurt. And how bad it's hurting. If it's just soreness from hits and stuff, I'm just hot tub, cold tub, stretching and stuff. But if it's something specific, then I'm in the training room getting actual treatment for whatever.
Gotcha.
How long? What time did you leave the stadium on Saturday? Holton said he didn't leave till 12:30. So what time were you able to get away
Holton
from?
Had them interviews at the end of the game. That's why he didn't leave.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
But I left I probably didn't get home till 12.
Yeah.
Some maybe I probably been home before Holton got his equipment off.
He had a lot of babies to kiss and people to see and
pictures.
Have you signed the autographs and stuff? People want your picture and stuff? Nah.
They probably would.
Yeah.
I give my wristbands that I wear in the game.
Oh,
I
cool.
just give them by when I walk past and stuff. Fans, the little kids, dapping me up. But
Viewer on YouTube said Isaiah's my favorite. When he gets fired up, he says he's so chill on the show, and then he gets fired up. I mean, you talked about that. It's kind of a different mindset, right?
Yeah.
You put the jersey on.
We actually, thanks to Alan Thomas, he put out a video when you scored that touchdown after the Malik Fleming interception. You were fired up coming off the field, and then your coach, your wide receivers coach, Raekwon Boyette, is just as fired up. Talk about his energy. We know his energy is always through the roof. We met him on media day. What's his energy like on game day?
As you seen, he might have been more. I don't think he was more excited than me, but he might have been more turned up than me when I scored.
He was fired up.
His headset be coming off, dragging across the ground and stuff. He don't care.
He said, what did he say? After practices, his shirt is drenched.
Yeah.
He's not that far removed from playing. He's still a younger guy, so he probably gets his glory days out there back in his head.
Yeah, he'd be into it.
But man, that's cool that everybody was so jacked up, because that was a huge moment in the game, and then you guys are able to win it at the end. So you said you were just looking at some UCF stuff. You weren't here last year. ECU and UCF played a lower scoring game, 20-16. This year they're putting up a lot of points. So how about the defense though? What did you seen from them so far?
They got a few, their D line is kind of big. They got a tall cornerback room. The shortest person they got on paper is 6'1" at corner. So, and they play a lot of man and stuff. So, every week is a challenge, but
you welcome the man-to-man, right?
Yeah.
You like that. I mean, It seems like East Carolina's had success against man-to-man. What did Memphis do in the secondary? Man.
Yeah.
And took advantage of it. Big day for Holton Ahlers and the passing attack. Isaiah Winstead, once again, leading receiver for the Pirates, 9 for 154. and a touchdown. How about Keaton Mitchell? 33 touches in the game for Keaton, 29 carries, 4 catches. Finished the game with 149 rushing yards and a touchdown, and had the one in overtime. Did you go back and watch that one where he's got it? There's a man in front of him in the end zone, and he just does what he does.
Yeah. And then you talking about the one where he caught it and just made a miss? And
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Keaton nice. That boy like that.
We talked to Rajay earlier today. He was rooting you guys on, had surgery on Thursday. Pretty cool. Did you notice that the team scored 47 and he is number 47?
I definitely didn't notice that.
A little something.
I definitely didn't notice that. That's crazy.
Kind of crazy, right? Meant to be. I don't know. One
It's
of them
crazy.
things.
I told Keaton, because we go out in like the second group or whatever that time is, you know, like because we do like the returners and stuff like that. So we go out with that group, and like as we was walking out, I'm like, you know, 47 ain't here, but we ready to do it for him right now.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
And he was like, let's do it, and then you know we did what we did.
All right. Any other football questions? Huh?
Nah.
You good? Isaiah, would you rather go to vacation at the beach or the mountains?
The beach.
All right. What are you doing out there? You getting in the water?
No.
No.
No, I can't swim.
All right. But just chilling on the sand?
Yeah.
All right.
It's cool.
How about what's your like dream vacation, like destination? You ever thought of that?
Dream. I want to go to like Greece.
Why Greece in particular?
Cause like how it look and stuff.
All right.
You know, like that's a crazy place to go. Like,
All right.
Like we used to talk about that in school. Like we can go. Like that's just I don't know.
All right. Greece is on the bucket list. Chandler, what are you looking at?
I pulled up. I like these last week, so I pulled up some more Would You Rather questions.
All right.
You not a big fan of those?
No, that's good. That's good.
Would you rather have more time? Hold on, that's not a good one. Would you rather go into the past and meet your ancestors, or go into the future and meet your great-great-grandchildren?
The past. Cause I guess that could help me with like my life on the way up.
Yeah.
I guess.
I would say, too, there is a chance, especially if you're in Isaiah's health, not necessarily mine, that you could live long enough to see your great-great-grandchildren. Maybe if you live to be 115 or whatever. So you still got that out in front of you, but you'll never have any chance to meet your ancestors. So
yeah.
I would say take the past.
Would you rather have a rewind button or a pause button on your life?
You ever seen Click?
You ever seen Click? You ever seen Click?
Rewind or pause? Huh.
So if I like rewind it, I can change stuff?
Good question.
Yeah. I'm going to say yes. You might make up for something that you might have done. You can rewind.
What, do you say he shouldn't have fumbled the other night?
Yeah, I mean, you can. That's an example.
Damn, Chandler.
You can be like, all right, let me go back and like hang on. I know this guy's going to be behind me this time.
That's true.
But what would you pause your life for?
I was thinking, like, if you're having like the best night ever, I don't know, do you pause it and
Well, yeah.
can you keep having that good time and everybody else is having a good time?
Or do
does
you
it
pause and everybody freezes?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'll probably rewind it, but to like relive it, not to really change too many things, because you go through stuff too. That's what's gonna make you who you is today. So
good point.
I wouldn't change too much of what happened.
Would you rather win the lottery or live twice as long?
Twice as long.
Man.
Twice as long. Easy.
That is true. If you do care about money in that aspect, you'll have even more time to make it, perhaps. So, all right, he was quick on that one.
Would you rather be Batman or Spider-Man?
Back to the superheroes.
Both of them be getting beat up bad.
That is a good point. We don't really think about that. They take a beating.
Bad.
Man, I'd be having fun with them
Batman,
webs, man.
Like, really even like a superhero?
Batman, like, that's the thing. Batman
like a
doesn't have any
regular person.
superpowers. He
Yeah, I'm going
he can just
Spider-Man.
like he can whip your tail.
He's got a lot of money.
I'm going Spider-Man because Batman can't even.
Man, I'd be having fun with those webs.
Yeah, he can't even fly.
Yeah,
can't even fly.
Loser.
Straight up loser.
Let's see. Would you rather be without internet for a week or without your phone?
Without internet.
Yeah.
At least you can
I need to talk to people.
Yeah, call and text. That would be tough. That would be. We really can't do it for our jobs though, but it would be a challenge to try to go without internet for a full week.
Yeah.
Oh man, here's a good one.
Definitely set some stuff back.
Would you rather be stuck on a broken ski lift or in a broken elevator? Ski lift, you're up high. It depends. Like if you're scared of heights, and then if you're in an elevator and you're scared of like
claustrophobic.
Right. If you're
it's like heights versus claustrophobic.
Like being bunched up and like. I don't really want to be in either one, but I'm gonna have to go with the ski lift. I'll be like, my anxiety will kick in.
No doubt.
In the elevator, like you don't know if you can't even see nothing.
Yeah. I mean, let's really think about it. You got to go to the bathroom. You'd rather go off the ski lift than in the elevator too. I mean, I think that's a good point.
Thinking outside the box.
Thinking outside the ski lift.
Yeah.
And there's a chance that if you land in that snow just right, you might not break both of your legs. You might say, you know what, I'm taking the plunge. I'm getting out of here. Elevator, you're just stuck.
Some people do this already. Would you rather go to a movie or to dinner alone? I'd go to a movie, just chill. I don't know if I'd go out to dinner by myself.
It's crazy. The other day, this was probably like the first week I went to like breakfast by myself for the first time ever. It was chill, but I'd probably rather go to a movie.
Yeah.
You know, you just chilling. It's dark in there, can't nobody.
Because like during a movie, you're supposed to be quiet and you're not supposed to talk. But like,
yeah, it'd be awkward when you just eating and everybody else around you.
And you just sit there looking around.
Yeah.
I used to do it when I was in school at the dining hall, like eat by myself, and it'd be like everybody's having a good time talking it up, and I'm just sitting there like staring, people watching.
I will say there is something though about it kind of depends on the movie too, but like a middle-aged white man going to the movies by himself is kind of creepy when you think about it. I don't know. Again, I think maybe a little different than people.
Would you rather explore space or the ocean?
I love this question.
The ocean, right? Because space.
Let the man answer.
My bad. I'm sorry, Dave.
Damn.
Ready to turn up on you.
A lot of unknowns in both.
I might go, but I can't swim though.
Say you could swim.
If I could swim?
Yeah, say you could swim.
Yeah, but do you know how to navigate out there in space? What are you doing out there? You're kind of swimming through air.
Yeah, swimming through air.
Yeah.
Could you air swim?
I know for a fact I can't swim. I'm probably explore the ocean.
That's the tough one. Why did you immediately say ocean?
Because I feel like you go out into space, there's like a bunch of stars. Like, okay, I guess I might go and check out another planet maybe. But like in the ocean, I feel like there's a lot more to see and a lot more to explore. Like maybe some caves.
But they say like
deep in the ocean.
Shark.
A shark. Maybe like a ship. Like if I'm in the ocean, I'm gonna be like, all right, where's the Titanic? Like, I'm gonna go and explore that.
But they say like it's like a lot of galaxies and we just in one.
True. Yeah.
So it could be if we get out of this, we can go. It might be the same thing on another planet.
There might be having this show.
Like another universe.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. You got me there.
Yeah.
So if I'm able to go and explore another universe, a parallel universe, okay, then I'm gonna go check that out. But you gotta promise me I can come back to like normal life.
That's tough. Like in the ocean, it's tough probably, but you can swim back and you'll be on Earth and you can get back to dry land.
None of this is like promised.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
So like,
what do you mean?
I don't know. Like I thought like.
No, like you can get back. Is that what you're asking? Like you can get back to normal life? Yeah. I would just assume that you can get back. Like, hey, let's go and explore the ocean right quick.
Assuming you could all get back and everything be safe, I would definitely choose like space just to see what else is out there.
I'd definitely choose space now, especially thinking about the other universes.
From a
and stuff.
safety perspective, I was just worried, like, if you're trapped up there, like, you can't call a friend and get a ride home. Like, you
can't call a friend in the ocean.
It's true. Chandler, dive in, man. Help me out. Isaiah can't swim. He's not going to help me.
Yeah, I can't.
All right. You got a couple. Wait, we got to take a break. You got another one? Hit one or two more.
Gosh.
So we got to give some.
All right. So in school, you had group projects and stuff. Would you rather work in a group or work alone?
In a group.
Yeah.
Definitely in a group.
Would you rather be too hot or too cold?
Why? Are you making everybody do your work?
That's what I used to do.
Nah.
Nah. What was the question? I'm sorry.
I guess I'd be too
hot or too cold.
Cold.
Definitely.
Because you can warm up.
Yeah.
Too hot is just bad. Like, it just drains you. You can't even think for real.
Isaiah, great job. One day these questions, like when you're in the dang NFL combine and meeting
it's going to
teams,
help you out.
They're going to ask you dumb questions. We're preparing you for that. You're going to think about us one day.
And you're going to breeze through them. And like your draft stock's going to go like skyrocket. And they're going to say, "Oh, what did he do? His 40 look good?" They're like, "No, he answered all these questions so good."
It's like you practiced them.
It's like you practice these questions, and then that's when you shout us out.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that. We are helping you out right now. You didn't even know it. Isaiah, good stuff, man. Keep up the good work, and good luck on Saturday.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. There's Isaiah Winstead. Shirley, open up the booty bag real quick.
Booty, 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 booty everywhere. Booty, 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 booty everywhere.
All right, 317-1250. What are we giving away right now?
How about a $15 gift card to Wings Over Greenville?
Ha! Chandler was not at work on Friday, and we got dropped off some Wings Over Greenville, and we ate it in his honor, and it was awesome. 317-1250. Caller who?
8.
Caller 8. All right, right now. We'll be back. Wrap it up after this.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. The doors open at noon, 7 days a week. And the Buck has live music every night, along with football. Monday is open mic night, the first Monday of each month. Tuesday, it's karaoke with DJ Captain Morgan. Wednesday, it's acoustic night. Thursday, it's the dance party with DJ Kid Scene and live music every Friday and Saturday night with the best bands on the East Coast. Follow the Buck on Instagram for information and schedule of events. This season, party like a pirate at the Buck.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa wants to know if you are ready to fall into beauty October 7th through the 14th. All services and products will be on sale. Botox, filler, painless laser hair removal, facials, RF microneedling, rejuvenating laser treatments to treat brown spots, wrinkles, texture, veins, and skin tightening. And now, the only facility in the area to offer non-surgical under-eye fat pad treatments. BeautyBarMedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Go Pirates!
Fall isn't just for football, it's a great time for something new to wear as well. And Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington has everything you need for game day as well as any other day for men and women. Whether it's dress, casual, or even a formal occasion, Russell's has you covered. Russell's has served Eastern North Carolina and beyond for 39 years with quality clothing and personal service. We are proud supporters of ECU athletics and invite the Pirate Nation to shop Russell's in downtown Washington, the home of Russell's Clothing.
Go Pirates!
This is Holt Nailers. I've been eating at Parker's Barbecue since I was a kid. Now, all these years later, I still love to eat at Parker's. In fact, I love it so much, I bring my entire offensive line with me. They protect me, and I look out for them with great food from Parker's Barbecue. So whether you bring the team like me, or just your friends and family, the awesome barbecue, chicken, and seafood at Parker's is a win every time. Parker's Barbecue, where they always treat you like family.
When it comes to hauling dirt, asphalt, or stone, you can trust the pros at First and Goal Hauling Incorporated. They have a fleet of dump trucks ready to get the job done. And best of all, it's owned and operated by ECU football alum Dakota Marshall. When you have a big job and you need it done right, count on First and Goal Hauling, where it's a touchdown every time. Keep up with Dakota Marshall and First and Goal Hauling by following them on Facebook today.
Are you suffering from anxiety, sleep issues, or chronic pain? Have you heard of CBD? You can learn about the benefits of CBD right here in Greenville at the Hemp Garden. Hemp Garden offers a variety of products and solutions that are truly making a difference in our community. Hemp Garden also provides products that can assist with energy and focus. Have a pet? Come check out their selection of CBD pet products. Visit Hemp Garden to speak with a CBD specialist in a relaxed and welcoming environment today. Exclusive discounts are offered to first-time customers. Hemp Garden, located at 3040 South Evans Street in the Target Shopping Center in Greenville.
We all have seniors in our life who may need a little extra help with technology. University PC Care's Quick Helps are affordable, in-store, short appointments designed for seniors who may need a little TLC to help with setting up a new computer, help with email or passwords, or help with the latest online scam. They don't need to fear technology anymore. Call 252-558-1280 to schedule an in-store Quick Helps appointment for Greenville or New Bern. Learn more at universitypccare.com.
Warren's Hot Dog Pizza, homemade lemonade.
Hungry for game day, Pirate Nation? Take advantage of the Warren's Hot Dogs tailgate special of 10 or more hot dogs for only $1.50 each. And the best part, this special is available every day. Just call ahead and Warren's will have your order ready to go. Hungry for breakfast? Warren's Hot Dogs in Chocowinity opens at 5 a.m. with cheese biscuits, chicken biscuits, sausage dogs, and more. Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville, across from Ron Ayers, or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Go Pirates!
This is Zach Agnos, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Congratulations to Steve Hill, who is our big winner of the $15 gift card to Wings Over here Greenville. If you're looking for wings to be delivered to your home, Wings Over Greenville has got you covered. With no third party needed, they have their own in-house delivery service, and you can be sure to try the all-new tender sandwiches by ordering ahead on the Wings Over mobile app. They're open from 3 a.m. Or till 3 a.m. on Friday and Saturday, and Wings Over has everything to cure those late-night munchies. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver. Now back to Clip.
All right, thank you, Shirley Rhodes, Chan Man, and all the crew here at Pirate Radio. Also, the players on the Delcor Players Lounge. I got to be honest. Try to be honest with you people. When we had our guys come in the first time, I thought, well, Isaiah Winstead, not much of a talker. It's going to be tough to get stuff out of him. And that has turned into my favorite segment of the season. Just chatting it up with Isaiah Winstead. We've got him to open up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he has fun with us.
Absolutely.
And
man.
I know it's a lot of nonsense talk. We try to mix in some football talk, but I just enjoy hanging out with the guy.
No doubt about it. And me and you enjoy going to the games, and we are just ecstatic whenever he makes a big play, and he's been making a lot of them so far this year.
We just want a click celebration.
Just one little click, man. If I see like one of these, because I've asked him
a flex or a click,
a flex or a click from him, man, that's gonna be awesome.
We'll see you Tuesday, 3:00. All new edition of Pirate Radio Live. Brian Bailey Show is next. Monday Night Football tonight. So long, everybody.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live. And